Mortal Komat.
Hey y'all, what is up? What's up? What's up? We're back.
What up, gangsters and law-abiding citizens and
Uh,
everyone in between? It's React
o-
and Draw.
Only law-abiding citizens, because today we learned that a non-law-abiding citizen by the name of Johnny Somali
Oh,
pled guilty to 6 of his 8 charges.
this is true, Sean. Okay, we only want law-abiding citizens watching the program. I was just trying to be inclusive to those with criminal history or currently have a crime they have not been convicted for, or those have been convicted of a crime
Well, if they're
who may
convicted
be
and now
watching this.
redeemed, that's fine.
Right.
I take
I
all
was trying to include
redeemed.
everybody. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's a guy in prison who's watching this on a stolen phone app or something, like he has access to. I don't know.
That's true.
Okay.
My bad.
All right.
That was more so directed at Johnny. But I'm pretty sure he's not watching the stream. So
Yeah. They told me to be inclusive. Okay. Normally I would not do that. But,
we gotta include
it's
everybody.
mandated by the censorious overlords that run the world to do that. Anyway, so you're saying about Johnny Somali?
Yeah, so apparently this man is he has pled guilty to, he had 8 charges and he pled guilty to 6 of them. So it looked like he kind of just given up out of,
Ah.
yeah, I don't know, it's a thing. It's a thing. I'm bringing it up on the screen right now. Give me a second. There you go. Boom.
Dang.
Johnny
So what's gonna
Somali.
happen to him? Oh,
Yeah, it says Johnny Somali has now pled guilty to 6 of 8 charges in his ongoing legal battle in South Korea. He could face up to 20 years in prison
oof.
or a fine of up to $145,000 for his current guilty pleas. Or nah,
He can afford that? I guess so. I don't know. Maybe he can. I don't know how the nuisance streaming revenue is, but probably
you know,
maybe
they've
he's
been pulling his funds like for like months. Remember, he's been stuck over there for like probably more than a year now.
true. He's been
So
doing super chat money, and I don't know how
yeah,
to say this. I don't know if he has a manager. I wouldn't know who would want to manage a person like this.
and apparently I was watching, I believe it was Legal Mindset, and he said that his lawyer Hank lost like 20k just trying to like house Johnny or deal with Johnny or whatever. So
Maybe he could pay it.
he don't got that money because apparently he also, his family doesn't like the fact that he is housing Johnny. So I don't know where he gonna get the extra.
GoFundMe from somewhere.
If people
You'd be
donate to a
surprised.
GoFundMe for Johnny Somali, bro, like I have serious questions for society. Like, what are we
I
even
don't
doing?
know, bro. Who knows? I don't know. Just like you think about it, there's like billions of people on the planet, and even if a teeny tiny fraction of them are like, would have like a deranged supporter that would they probably get some dough. I don't know. It's not impossible. Of course, it's gonna be harder. That's gonna be hard if he can't stream.
Right. I don't even know if he can access funds because remember he's in, he's still stuck in South Korea, so I don't know how that works out.
The main thing is like being annoying as a career is like, isn't there enough people being annoying on the internet just by words alone
Oh, he says, wait, huh?
that he had to resort to this? And they're really messing with and they really do target these Asian countries
Yes.
because they know like they're like, they pride themselves in their culture to be well mannered and let their actions, speak for them, and so they're quiet, they're not like always yapping. You on the West is like that's all they do. We're yapping right now.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like it's this yap nation.
Well, I mean, South
Okay.
Korea was apparently a little different because that's when he got like the 52 hit combo in the street.
Oh
So
yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah. They have like an ounce of the West in them, so I guess they
Yes.
gotta. They're not as impressed by his or his I don't know. They're not like He just want to hit him now, you know.
Right. Clarence Price is here, and yes, you are completely correct. That's all they do it for is frivolous. Says he is denying the deepfake charges, and his next trial has been set for October 29th. Yo, they really got him out there stuck, bro. I ain't gonna lie. If it's just a fine he gets, that's I don't even know what to think of that. But
It's just using him as yeah, they're using him as an example because they just don't want more streamers like him coming over.
right.
So throwing like the extreme book on him to stop these other people from coming over because they're seeing the videos, you know, from
Yeah.
Japan, you know, China. I don't know. They really trying it over there. Like those
He
dudes
didn't
are.
get to China. I think he was gonna go over there. So he hit Japan, Israel. Um, was there any other place? There might have been one more place that I'm forgetting, and then now, of course, South Korea, and then of course you have Mr. Vitali, who was he was in the Philippines, and he getting like the whole book thrown at him. Last I checked, but I haven't updated myself on his situation. I just know that my man was big, and now he is small because he is sweating in a 90-degree prison.
Don't they just watch movies, bro? This is the problem with movies. There used
Mhm.
to be movies made about like people, you know, acting up or messing up, you know, bringing drugs into Malaysia and places like that, and
Mhm.
then, you know, they go to prison for some crazy time, or they like, you know, get the they dot execute like.
Right. I don't know why people think they could go to other countries and just like start like, oh, Clarence says we know we know Russia playing no games. Yeah, Russia gave up Vitaly. He was like, hey, you want it back? They were like, no, and then, like, he was just stuck in the Philippines. And like with
See
this
movies
guy,
like what like the movies like Midnight Express, or what was the other movie? Claire Danes, Broke Down Palace, and there's another movie with Vince Vaughn, which is a good movie. It's kind of underrated.
hmm,
Vince Vaughn and Joaquin Phoenix and some other guy, some third guy,
hmm,
and they go to one of these countries. I don't know, one of these Asian countries,
right,
and then they bring in like a sack of weed or some sack of drugs or something like that.
right.
And they're doing the drugs there, they're partying, and then like Vince Vaughn and the other guy decide to go home while the other guy decides to stay for like a little like an extra few weeks or something. Except that dude gets arrested, and they want to, you know, send him to the shadow realm,
Oh,
you know, permanently
yeah, maybe.
as the punishment. But they said that if the other two guys come back,
Hmm.
they'll suspend the sentence, or they'll like reduce the sentence if they all do time together or something. So one guy said, "I
Gee,
ain't going back." He just ran or something. He says,
damn.
and the other guy went back. And you can watch the movies, all right? But it's like you watch that as like a youngin, like on whatever Cinemax or whatever
Hmm.
cable station is on right now. That's like in your mind to say, don't
Don't do
play
this.
with Asia, bro. Don't play. You know what I'm saying? Don't play. Okay.
They went
Over
to.
here, they put you with a treatment program, you know, whatever. There, they send you to the next dimension. You know what I'm saying? Permanent one way trip to the next dimension.
They thought it was funny. They thought it was cute. I don't know.
Right.
Well, Dante's
So
here.
like
What's up? He said, wish she went to Nigeria. Oh man.
canings. I remember hearing about canings. Like there was some
Oh
guy who
man.
was like, remember that guy in North Korea? He like tried to like steal a painting from a hotel, and they uh they
From
arrested
North
him.
Korea.
Yeah, he somehow got in some trip. I don't know. They do trips to
I
North Korea
mean.
somehow with like missionary groups or something like I don't know. Like these groups
Hmm.
that go there, and it's very like. And then they put him up in a hotel, and you're supposed to like go back, and I guess you could say, you know, could tell him what's up. But the guy stole a painting off a wall or moved something. I don't know what he did. He did something like dumb, and then they arrested him and they put him in prison. It was a big thing, you know. And presidents and everybody was like, you know, we need to get him out, and he died, bro. Like they were asking about him for months and years, and just died. That's it.
That,
He said, "Oh, we went to
it's
check
North
in on him
Korea.
and stuff, and yeah, we're
I thought it was gonna
get
happen.
murked over there for nonsense, bro. Get murked for nonsense. I mean." don't do that here either. It's still illegal here too. Like, don't be a fool here in this country either. But I'm saying over there, like,
I'm not trying to
these dudes
move a
are
molecule out of place if I go to another country. Like, are
guys
people
are
serious?
Ricky Oyer behind our to the next.
Dante says we don't
Mm,
play those games in Nigeria. That's right. Dante is Nigerian. Now I could only imagine what would happen over there if he. They never go. Where's hold on? Where's Johnny Smiley
I
from?
see.
Because
I
he's
seen
not
videos when
Somalian.
I seen videos in like in Africa. They punch people in the street. Like the cops just like punch you in the head
Good grief.
for traffic violations. They just whack. They swat you like.
So, can Dante confirm? That's insane. Just like
Because over there, they all black together. They're not impressed by other black people. Like, they just like, oh, you just some other guy.
facts.
You know what I'm saying? Even here at the Johnny Somali, they had to like say, okay, they let him have a reign of terror for a little while before they had to figure out the strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Let him rank up many, you know what I'm
So
saying?
my son was getting XP out here.
Yeah, he got a lot of stars on the Grand Theft Auto meter, like, and then they're like, now we can get him because he's done enough on camera that we can now. Over in Nigeria, I'm sure they're like giving people the suplex for jaywalking or whatever.
But yeah, I don't know too much about what's going on. I guess Dexerto got a whole article. I don't know if I feel like going through it because that wasn't the goal of the stream. But I just want to let y'all know right now, he facing either 20 years or a hefty fine. I'm just saying, he get them 20 years, I'm gonna laugh, bro. Because I'm like, you wasn't supposed to be over there, bro. And you kept
I think
doing
they'll
it to other
probably do.
places.
I think they're gonna do the fine
They're probably gonna do the fine.
because it's like it's a bit steep. I mean,
But he still
he
has
said
two
he
other charges. And the two other charges, I believe, the like the deepfake charges, if I don't want to misspeak, but I thought they like kind of count as like possible harassment. So
how's he supposed to pay off this fine though? Like he can't stream to make the differences. Maybe he can, but he can't just
for
do this
working the
stuff
fields,
again.
bro. I don't know. Whatever they
Can he
do.
leave the country? What does he do?
No.
He
Oh, you
cash
mean
apps
what?
it from
Cash App.
America or something? Like what's this? How does and if he doesn't, what happens? Interpol sweeps in and kidnaps him, like brings him back to the country.
I don't know.
Like when Batman and the Dark Knight went to China and crashed through and scooped that dude up.
Right.
How's this payment plan working? You know what I'm saying? Is it like Klarna? He pays like in 4 installments.
Oh man, got
He gets to keep his freedom now, but in 4 easy installments.
4 easy installments of what life. I don't know. That's insane. Or 5 installments. 5 installments of like, I don't know. I don't know how you're gonna do it. I really don't. She said, "Nah,
Anyway,
let him eat them 20 years." That's what I'm saying. Listen, I'm tired of these nuisance streamers. Get them up out of here. And there's still more. We had to do it with the bug spray. Like, I think he only got like a year, but apparently he's not allowed to like be on social media for like the rest of his life, if I remember correctly, which is insane. Imagine that. You're gonna make phone calls. You can't be on
if
social
people are too active,
media.
you know what I'm
What
saying?
is
Like,
this energy for? Go be a normal human being in society, bro.
you know what it is, bro?
Hmm.
They're just taking away everything, bro. They're taking away like they got the AI right now. You press a button on the Twitter and you can animate people's characters and their photographs
Oh yeah,
and
we might
you,
cover that tomorrow. Yo, by the way.
they got all these coders that like they replaced the domestic worker with the foreign worker. Now they're gonna replace the foreign worker with the AI. It's like they're training the computer to be the replacement. So people have been like losing the purpose for a while,
Yep.
and we're trying to fight to get it back. But the only thing left is to be an influencer, and in order to beat the influencers, you gotta go. You feel compelled to go over the top, and eventually, with these people, it's just gonna go into like I don't know, mass crime to get attention because they say we live in the attention economy.
Right. Well, he got all the
Like we,
attention he needs, and now he has
yeah.
face one
Like
hundred and
used to be
forty-five
the
thousand
industrial.
dollars.
It used to be the industrial revolution, the industrial economy. Then it was like the I don't know, what they call it, the information economy.
Right.
Now it's the attention economy. Okay,
Yeah.
but the attention is way into big problems. Anyway, that was
Um.
Johnny Somali.
Yeah.
But today's topic, why don't you get into it a little bit? Why don't you give it a little
Hold
preview?
on. I was gonna look at this trailer, but I don't think
If we
it's.
look at the trailer, sure. But I just
Yeah.
want to give people a little sizzle, you know what I'm saying,
Oh
before we're
yeah.
going to talk about.
So basically, we were gonna go over this long. At least me, maybe I'm overdoing it when I say, but I feel like they done it one too many times where they done, these Hollywood projects of known IPs, known intellectual properties that have characters inserted into them that don't exist. It's really weird. Um and
Right. So it was announced that the director of Weapons, which is I guess a hit movie right now,
mhm.
he's got the project Resident Evil coming up, which is another adaptation of the Resident Evil games. And it seems to share a common connection with one of the previous iterations of the franchise in that it will also have a non-canonical character as the lead. Now, it's funny because in the Resident Evil franchise from Paul W.S. Anderson,
Mhm.
Alice, I believe, was, and I guess other characters like Michelle Rodriguez and these other people,
Yes,
they were non-canonical characters from the first movie. Later, they had
they started adding the canon characters.
right, right. Now, I guess in this one, it's like a spiritual successor to the first Resident Evil in that it will have all non-canonical characters, all non-canonical characters. They're gonna have a whole original character lineup
I
for Resident
guess.
Evil because
See,
he says that the games already took care of those storylines, so he's doing something new.
right.
But it's still called Resident Evil. I don't know how it's gonna work out, but we're gonna be getting into that in a bit. So stay tuned for that.
Right.
But right now, Sean wants to show a trailer. I haven't seen this.
It's just a trailer for us, another Marvel Rivals. Right now, uh they're going through a what is this? It's a Null saga. Null, who is y'all know who Null is, right? The god of the symbiotes, and
mhm.
yeah, this comes right after the season of Krakoa, which I'm not gonna lie, I hated that season. I don't care about Krakoa. Krakoa, what? How do you pronounce it? I didn't want to see it.
Krakoa?
Yeah, I didn't want to see it. I didn't care. I was like, why is this here? Like, whatever. Emma's cool or something. I only used her a handful of times. Um, and I also side note, I have to do a Marvel Rivals video because like there's so much controversy with this game. Like last season, we had a healer strike, and I play support characters, so I was mostly a healer. So I just thrived on the fact that nobody was going to pick one. And now there's a tank strike. Don't know why. Whatever. For anybody who plays Marvel Rivals, you know what all that means. But anyway, this is a trailer of the new skins that they have for Cloak and Dagger.
Okay.
Now I saw a previous trailer for this, and it had Venoms, and I guess they're gonna show it here. But hold on, I guess I'll give my thoughts after. Let's see.
Damn.
The animation is fire. Now hold on, I just want to stop here for a second. I really hate to be negative. I actually really like the Cloak and Dagger fit,
Mm-hmm.
but like Venom's joint was like going to be fire because they had like this thing where he has like an open mouth and you can see Eddie's face, and I'm like, that's cool. What I didn't understand is like for some reason with Venom and with the Winter Soldier, because nobody could tell that was the freaking Winter Soldier before then. I don't understand this beak motif. Like,
Yeah, a lot of bird stuff
I
going
mean, I
on.
get it because it's the Phoenix, but his face literally is stuck like this. Ah, I don't know, man. I'm not a fan, not a fan. But anyway, I didn't realize they gave her more here.
Just embrace the light.
Lights out. Limited food. Let's pop back up under their noses. Us against the world.
Oh, I see what they did. They changed the sound effects a little. That's why they're showing off all of this.
My time to shine.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a good. That's
Hmm.
yeah, let's get that. Yeah, let's get back there. So this is the.
So this is
Oh, it's even
actually,
better.
yeah,
Even better.
this is actually interesting because what they're doing this season is they're giving Venomized outfits. Some people are getting Venomized outfits, and some people, or symbiote outfits rather, and some people are getting Phoenix-based outfits. But since Cloak and Dagger is literally two people, it looks like they gave Cloak a Venom-based outfit and Dagger a Phoenix outfit, which is kind of a good decision. This might be their best DLC skin. I mean, they had that gangster one, which I have, but I'm like, I don't know. The gangster fit on Cloak is weird because he doesn't have legs. Which, by the way, did y'all know that Cloak was going to have legs? Like yeah, they did. I have the what you call it, the concept art,
Oh,
and I'm like, why don't you just give him legs? Like what? Whatever. But yeah, I kind of like it. I have one gripe though. His dreads are too thick. It looked like 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 I feel like they should like it looks better animated than it does still. But other than that, it's pretty cool. I think it just drops tomorrow. But anyway, man, that was just a little I don't know, palate cleanser or whatever in the
that's
world
cool. You
of
feeling it? So you feeling it?
I kind of like it. There's a lot going on it.
Well, I know they got a lot of pressure in coming up with new skins every I don't know,
Yeah, that's why I
few
don't get on
weeks,
their case too
months.
much. However, I will say the worst skin. I mean, I don't know what they're doing over here with Bucky. Like, I feel like if they just took the beak off of Bucky, it would be fine. Because I literally cannot tell that's the Winter Soldier, like at all. But their worst skin gotta be. I don't know if y'all seen it. And I'm too tired to go get it. It's Blade, except it's a recolor, and it's white, yellow, and purple. My man looks like he playing for the Lakers. It's horrendous. Like I'm like, yo, son, take that back. Take that back to the drawing board. We're not doing that. Bro. We're not doing that today. Anyway. All right, so let's get on to the topic at hand. Enough fooling around. I don't know if I should rant and read the article. Let me read the article first and get it out the way. Weapons director on why his Resident Evil movie won't have Leon and other game characters. Oh, this was published today. Okay. As fans, excuse me, I can't talk. As fans eagerly wait for the upcoming Resident Evil movie. First of all, wait, stop. I can't even get through this article. What do you mean eagerly? Who is eagerly waiting for this? Resident Evil has never been good live action. Are there fans of like the Paul WS
I
joints?
mean, I think so. I think there might be. I mean, look, they had like how many movies with Mila Jovovich? They had a bunch.
It's like
Like somebody's
six.
watching those things.
Somebody in chat, let me know how many's how many of them joints with Alice? I saw somebody did some Alice fan art. I ain't gonna lie. No disrespect to them. I was like, okay, buddy. Teach their own. Anyway, as fans eagerly wait for the upcoming Resident Evil movie, Zach, is that Kreger? Zach Kreger, who will be helming the horror film reboot, has now shared a major update about the leading characters of his film. The weapons director revealed in a recent interview that his big screen adaptation of the fan favorite video game franchise will convey an original story without any characters from the Capcom games. Without any characters from the Capcom game. Any of them. Like we just okay. Hey Mom Bear, what's up? All right, cool. While speaking with Inverse, Zach noted that even though his Resident Evil reboot will utilize, excuse me, Zach noted that even though his Resident Evil reboot will utilize the game's rich lore, the plot of the movie will strictly take place outside of the characters of the games. He emphasized that the film won't center around the escapades of Leon Scott Kennedy, who has appeared in 11 Resident Evil games, including 2 remakes so far. Leon's been in 11 Resident Evil games so far?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, man,
I
it's out
mean,
here.
maybe they're counting all the the Code Veronica and some mobile game, or
No, I
but
don't
I
think.
think without those, it's pretty up there. I
I mean,
don't know
there's
how the
probably
list
some
right
that
here.
he. I can't. Well, I didn't play every. I played every mainline Resident Evil game. I didn't play like. Oh my gosh, what's the side games you went? Outbreaker. I forgot, man. Brina's here. What's up? What's up? What's up? Oh, Leon's popular. I wonder how many games Chris has been in, or Jill. I think not that many. Okay. Wait, did I read that sentence? Oh yeah. It says, it is obedient to the lore of the games. It's just a different story. The weapons director explained before stating, I'm not going to tell Leon's story because Leon's story is told in the games. Fans already have that.
Mm,
Yo, imagine Kevin Feige saying, like, we're not going to tell Captain America or the Avengers story because you already have that in the comics. So instead, we're going to make up, like, these other superheroes just for the movies. And they looking at they come and clean up of the aftermath of the Avengers.
right.
We're not gonna have
Now,
Superman in the film. We're gonna have like a guy who aspires to be Superman, who got powers because of I don't know a rock that Superman touched. I don't know. I mean that's the same energy. Like okay, all right. Kreger defended his creative decision about not included original Resident Evil game characters in his film by saying, "This is not breaking the rules of the games. I am the biggest worshiper of the games, so I'm telling a story that is a love letter to the games and follows the rules of the games." So I guess his argument is that, he's not gonna have his like, monsters or zombies or whatever he puts in there, the liquors do anything out of the ordinary, and that's going to make it okay, I guess. He then provided a blunt answer to fans who were expecting to see Leon lead new Resident Evil. Excuse me, sorry, I can't speak. He then provided a blunt answer to fans who were expecting to see Leon lead the new Resident Evil flick by simply noting they can play the game. Okay, buddy. Kreger has previously stated that he expects backlash from the audience upon the release of his film, irrespective of its quality. However, he still remains hopeful that fans will be happy with the final product. The new Resident Evil film is currently on track to hit theaters September 18, 2026. It's a short article, y'all. That's about it. So, okay. Oh, Dan, you're mute.
oh my bad.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, those are the deets. Not a lot,
Those are the details.
but you got the basics, right? He's not gonna have any of the game characters in the movie. If you want to see them, you can go fire up the old PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
That's where they'll be.
it says, I'm a fan of the game, but I'm not including characters in the game. Are you really a fan? Be honest. If somebody hired me to do a Resident Evil project, I'm gonna draw the Resident Evil characters. Like, what are we, what are we? You're mute again.
All right. I could take it like, well, look, this is going to be some more disrespectful IP, trash project, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then again, I don't want like whenever this thing comes out, I don't know, 6 months to a year, I'm gonna get swerved because it's like, oh, we're actually taking some lore part of one of the games and expanding it into a feature movie. So right now they're like fooling us to thinking that it has nothing to do with Resident Evil. But like in these games, and I haven't played all of them,
Mm-hmm.
but in these games, you're always in a mansion or you're in some kind of lab facility, and then you find like a data disk or some diary talking about some scientists. They were experimenting with the zombies, and then one day they let them loose, and then they, wiped everybody out in the facility, and then you're reading it as some kind of throwaway lore document before you don't read the whole thing and just get back to playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he'll take one of those incidents and expand it into something so like he can have creative license to do more than what the game is, and then maybe Capcom will incorporate what he does into it's already pre-incorporated. That was like the one out I gave myself. I was like, maybe if they did that, it would be interesting. You know what I mean?
That would be interesting.
It wouldn't be that interesting per se, but at least that would be like one step better than not having the characters at all. You would say, well, it is canonical in some way. I don't know though, bro, because
I mean, he did say. So I was trying to read it again. He
says
say
he's a fan, and I'm like,
he does say here though, like it says. He noted that even though his Resident Evil reboot would utilize the game's rich lore, the plot of the movie will strictly take place outside the characters of the games. Now, does outside the characters of the games even include characters in memo notes?
That's true.
Because that's in the game.
That is in the game. Maybe they're not all visually represented.
Right.
Except maybe in a little blurry photograph somewhere. A bunch of scientists looking at a glass case or something.
It's like what?
But
like, what's he gonna do? He gonna do the story of the guy from the memo note. I forgot whether it was Resident Evil 1 or 2 that was writing about how his flesh was decomposing, and then the end of his notes it just says itchy scratchy or something. It's like, are we gonna get the movie of Itchy Scratchy Man?
It could be. I don't know.
He's still in the game though.
He's still in the game though. That's true.
He's still in the game. I mean, that was an interesting point.
Because I ain't trying to be out here, you know what I'm saying, coming with a rant, and then one day, the meme bots and the studio assassins come out and say, aha, put a compilation of all angry reactors, and he says, actually it is. If you thought it was gonna be some Netflix Wesker's Daughters thing, but it's actually this thing. And I'm like, well, it's not that much better, but it's like, okay, you got me. The old meme where like, the Breaking Bad guy is like, you got me.
It's gonna be about the dude that Leon met in the gun shop in the beginning of Resident Evil 2 that nobody remembers except for me.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
Although he's still in the game.
He's in the game. That's true. As per this article.
Yeah.
They say no one from the game will be there.
Yeah, he said, yeah. Now, so we could say Resident Evil starring Bob from Walmart. No facts. So, okay. So they could try to catch me on, like, let's say I crash out in this video, right? And they could try
now that I've addressed that situation.
Yes.
It's embedded in the video.
That is true.
That's a possibility. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, that's possibility number one.
Mm-hmm.
Now, possibility number two, we get in another Alice situation another Netflix Wesker's daughters situation.
Oh my gosh. I forgot about that Netflix joint. That joint was so bad. Oh man. Oh, check the volume button. Yeah.
I was just muting it because
Oh, the Bronx. Yeah.
the Bronx is Bronxing outside.
Yeah. This is the real Resident Evil. I did. Now, hold on, let me see here. It says, I feel like at least having one of the characters from the games in the movie would be a good idea. The W.S. Anderson movies decent, but part two was awesome because at least it had Jill and Nemesis. Master Panda said, "Yo, what's going on, y'all?" Well, I mean, I hate to burst anybody's bubble. I'm not clowning anybody, but I would give all of those movies a 0.
Yeah.
Personally. Now, if you want to say my favorite Addison movie, you know what I'm saying? You know what the favorite movie is. It's,
Oh, we're getting into Paul W.S.
yeah.
Okay. Now,
Not deeply. I'm just saying, you know.
Yeah. No. I want to get. I want to get into this. This is. This is what we play for, right?
Right.
Like the NBA. I'm saying, like, look, I seen the Resident Evil movies.
Mm-hmm.
Not all of them. I had to tap out.
Yeah.
I tried to look up the lore on of Alice, like why did he make this, and all I got was like articles of him saying like, oh, I just he was kind of like this guy Kreger saying like he didn't want to step on the game's lore. He wanted a character that he can show that strong and he can like, I really don't know why. I don't. So I don't understand this. Like they think like you need like a new character to introduce like normies into the weird video game world. It's like Cole Young in Mortal Kombat. They created some new guy to usher you into the Mortal Kombat world. I really understand this mentality. And Paul W.S. did this. And even back in the day, way back, probably people weren't even born yet when that movie came out, right? Resident Evil. That's in the chat right now. Right,
oh yeah. This probably Wasn't that his wife?
But,
Yes.
Yes, that was his wife. I don't know why his wife couldn't be Jill Valentine. Weird. It's weird. I don't know why in the trailer. I remember watching the trailer for the movie and I was like, I don't remember anything Resident Evil where like someone like jump kicked in bullet time or something, like a dog. Like I don't know why there had to be martial arts in the Resident Evil movie. I don't know what that was about.
Well, to his credit,
later, like he was developed into martial arts and karate and superpowers and things, but
I guess in the game, but the game gives an excuse. Like if I see,
I don't know. I understand like bullet time. Like
yeah. No, well, first of all, in the movie it's stupid because it's just like I think she did that kick to the dog before she even had powers, which was
right,
which was funny.
Sounds like they want.
Now,
but Jill Valentine can't kick a dog. I don't know. Like, what are you doing? Like, I don't know why they had these characters.
Well, what I was about to say, if we're going to go to game lore, right? Like, and not at this point, like Leon is a stone cold killer. Like this man is doing the most, like in his cutscenes. But this is because like this man is a seasoned vet. Him and Chris been fighting these things for like a decade, so of course they nice with it now. But I don't expect like Alice to be just jump kicking a dog off rip in the whatever, and then they gave her some.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't. I'm just like, listen. Anyway, Paul W.S. right? I don't know. He had these movies, right? He was, he did Mortal Kombat, and so we thought like, oh, he would be like a guy who's more, have more. He's loyal to the canon, the lore, the visual representation of the characters. So when he did Resident Evil, we were like, okay, well, Lisa's gonna have all the characters because he's a big video game nut.
That's what we thought.
Wrong. And instead, yeah, we got a fake Resident Evil movie, and we've been burned so many times, especially in the '90s. That Steel movie with Shaq took away all the Superman references and whatnot. And you had like, dumb stuff like that. I don't know if Catwoman with Halle Berry came out around that same time.
Maybe.
Probably.
Yo, how many? Yo,
So like
I'm looking.
nerd culture was getting stepped on. Now they get stepped on now too, but
Hang on, I want to see something real quick. So
but
yeah,
anyway.
I mean, he did the Mortal Kombat movie. I actually like the original Mortal Kombat movie, the PG-13 one. Yes, even though I would have rather it be rated R, but it was like the best that a Mortal Kombat PG-13 movie can get because all the characters were loyal to what they were supposed to be. Obviously, he needed to
Mhm.
make some little changes, but it was super fun. And he did all the characters the way they were supposed to be. And then yeah, then he came with Resident Evil and said, "Nah, I got the remix for you, bro." And I'm like, "Okay, hold on, I'm about to look up something. I want to see the Metacritic on these Resident Evil movies." Oh my goodness, that Netflix joint was so bad.
It's
We
pretty bad.
almost reviewed it, y'all, but I don't know. Like after Lance Reddick, unfortunately, passed, I was just like, I'm gonna leave it alone, bro. I'm gonna leave it alone.
What, the Lost Resident Evil
Yeah,
video that we did?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
it was like we
we
watched
had
it.
one, and you know,
Yeah, first of all, Netflix, they will like airstrike you from orbit. They will orbital strike your channel if you try to like upload a scene from one of their TV shows.
right.
So that's why I was like, nah, bro, nah. I had an executive veto power for that with one vote, and I said I don't think it'd be a good idea. And I think it was a good idea. But then it was funny. It was like, and then later, like Lance Reddick died.
Mm,
But plus we went and we like Lance Reddick, so we were like, I don't know if I'll release it, so we didn't.
yeah, yeah. Y'all will never see that video. I just
But it was the visual of Lance Reddick walking in what looked like a Blade outfit, and them saying that he's Wesker, right? And we were like, what kind of humiliation ritual did they put this man through?
I mean,
You know what I'm saying? I'm
I'm
just glad he was in John Wick.
last.
Yes, 4, so that he can have that as his last on-screen credit in Resident Evil. And I guess he took the bag. They were just like, "Oh, we're gonna do like some, you know."
You know, she's missing on this thumbnail. Wesker's daughter. My bad. She's another made up character that didn't exist.
I don't know what Hollywood did, what Capcom did to Hollywood or something to make Hollywood hate Capcom so much and these Resident Evils that they just can't make. Who cares if it's a video game, right? You think that the fans really care? They're like, "Oh, I'm seeing the same thing in live action that I saw in a video game. I'm not gonna watch that." And it's like, yeah, they will. That's in fact, that's what they want.
Bro,
In
how
fact,
many?
that's why you bought it.
Hold
That's why
on.
you bought the rights to this to have an easy box office win for the weekend, right? They took something that was already like figured out for them, and they're just gonna do it with live human beings. Doesn't Disney do this all the time with their Lion King and their Beauty and the Beast and all that stuff? Then they started messing with the formula on Snow White, but that's a different story. But that's all they do is just, oh, it's a cartoon. We just do the same thing except with real people, or it's CG, and that's it.
And they still messing
Resident
with.
Evil, I don't know. It's time for like Mila Jovovich to start, dodging bullets and running up walls, and it's time for just Wesker's teenage daughters, who's played by Lance Reddick. I don't know, like it's like what's going on,
You
bro?
know they had Weskers in one of these movies, right?
I know, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
and they had him look like Wesker too. I
Yeah,
mean,
he
look, it's
looked like
funny that
Wesker. And the scene, by the way, the scene. Did you see the scene? The scene was so stupid. They try to do
yeah,
all
that's
his
pretty
little
bad.
bullet dodging stuff, and I'm like,
Yeah,
I know y'all think this is cool, but this is badly filmed and edited. So this is like Resident Evil 5 cutscenes when the money ran out.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like Paul
And yes,
W.S.
there were 6 movies. I'm looking at them right now.
Yeah, I feel like
Resident.
Paul W.S. Anderson. I don't know. I feel like he was trying to make up for the fact that he made Alice in the first place by expect having like every single Resident Evil character appear in subsequent films, but his filming technique and maybe he was just had it was a budget he was working with were like really poor and like I don't know. It was like kind of like dwindling returns, but I don't know. It made money. Like it made like a bunch of these.
Made 6 of them, and then the 7th one up here, I guess, is the one from 2021, which I also refuse to watch.
Yeah. So nobody tell me that female characters can't have a successful franchise. I mean, these movies are bad, and they made 7 of them, right? Or 6 of them.
6,
They made 6 of them.
and the rest of these are just
And I like Mila Jovovich. I like
The
you
C-
know her as an actress.
the CG
I like Paul W.S.
joints.
Anderson's first movies when he came out. Like he showed promise with his debut movie, Shopping. Nobody even knows about that movie. I'm much a TV head, so I like saw that when I was a kid, and I was
What's he
like,
even
oh,
doing
yeah. They were
now?
talking like this guy was going to be a new talent. What were we saying?
I was about to say what's he even doing now, but actually I don't care. Let me read some of
He
the
did a
comments.
movie with Batista and Mila Jovovich.
Oh, I
bro.
really don't care.
Some
Batista and Mila
fantasy thing.
Jovovich.
Yeah, Batista and Mila Jovovich in some fantasy thing. The first 3, I don't know, Paul W.S. joints were all right. Like then after Shopping, it was Mortal Kombat,
Mhm.
and then it was Event Horizon, right? Which is a pretty good movie.
Yeah, I like Evil and Mortal
He did Soldier with Kurt Russell. You know, I think I want to watch it again because I think when I first saw it, I had like a little more expectation.
You can watch that. I'm gonna be watching Universal Soldier. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
That's true. That's true. Now Universal Soldier, that's hype, bro. That's what's up.
I even like the sequels. How about that? You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Yeah.
the real deal, Holyfield.
Actually, I didn't see part 2. I'm bugging.
You didn't see Universal Soldier: The Return with Goldberg
No, I did not.
and
see
Michael Jai White
No,
as
I
the
did.
bad guy?
No, I did not see that one.
I
Maybe
did see it.
I heard that one wasn't good. Or
Yeah,
mine.
well, it was a movie. It happened. It had some action. It's very quick. I think it's probably like 80 minutes or something.
Good grief. Good grief,
The interesting
y'all.
thing about the movie that I liked was that it had like these giant guns that look like these like Rob Liefeld type guns. It's like these giant toaster guns that look like. But I was like, oh, they actually made a gun that looks like a Rob Liefeld drawing. That's interesting.
That's funny.
Very interesting. Rob Liefeld should watch this movie.
But anyway, let me go through the comments before I continue with some of this rant. Master Panda here says, I think I saw the first 4 Resident Evil movies in theaters. Most of those being in college when my friends and I had nothing else better to do. I hated every last one of those movies. And you were dedicated. I saw the first one. I saw the first one in the theaters. I did not. I proceeded to not see the rest. I don't think I've actually sat down. I've always seen the other ones in parts. Like, you know when you've seen the whole movie, but you've never seen the whole movie sitting down in one step? Like,
Thanks.
Clarence says, Cole Young never happened. I mean, who is Cole Young? We're gonna get into him in a minute.
Yeah.
Dante says, remember when they brought back Jill and gave her the Resident Evil 5 backstory? You talking about the game or the movie? I don't even know which movie she's in, to be honest. Live action Barry was cool. I don't which movie was he in? So many. Dante says Halle Berry's Catwoman was atrocious, but I liked it for other reasons. I saw a clip of that movie and I was like, yo, they actually made this, bro. I don't know how. Dante says Lance Reddick is looking like Blade's cousin Butterknife in that trash Resident Evil. And I just want y'all to know from this unreleased video that we have, I literally sat through that whole show. So terrible. The worst character motivations of all time.
It's pretty bad.
They got the poor Lance out here trying, and the worst part about it is they treating it like it's canon. Like, you know how everything else got their own canon? Resident Evil, the show was so weird because it was canon to the games.
Right. They were trying to have like it be some kind of expansion pack to the games.
Right.
With Lance Reddick is playing a race swamp version of he is Wesker,
Yes.
but he's race swamped. They mentioned that he fell in the volcano.
Right. In the flashback scene when he came out like
Eventually,
Butterknife. Right? Yeah, he came out as
Right.
Butterknife. And that was a flashback before Chris like toasted him. And it's showing that he made these clones. So the Wesker that you see now is like a bunch of them, and they're all clones of the Wesker who's now deceased. They just did a flashback so you can see. So, but they're telling me this story as if I'm supposed to swallow the fact that that man on screen, Wesker, was the one that Chris burnt up in the volcano with the rocket launcher. And I'm not supposed to say anything about the fact that Wesker is now suddenly black.
Right.
He's in canon in the game. Like, I don't understand. Like,
That part can't be I don't made video game accurate. That part, the Umbrella logo, the lore, that part, it has to be there for some reason. But then this part is not. So it's kind of like I'm supposed to think that he's just playing the part of a man who fell in love. I get it, but it's like it's Netflix, bro. Like this is way too overcomplicated. Like, can't they just give people what they want? Like, just have
no.
Leon S. Kennedy running around with a gun.
Because people got their own ideas, man.
Played by Chris Hemsworth or something. Like, just do that, please. Like, it's Chris Redfield or whoever. Like, you can just have like
that would make too
one
much
of the
sense.
Hemsworth brothers. They could each play the other one or something. Like Henry Cavill. He's looking for a franchise, right? Can he play like one of these dudes?
He could be Chris. He big
How
enough.
about that?
They really try to, and then of course they got these, Blaze daughters. Sorry, another franchise that's not going to come out. Wesker's daughters, and now I got to deal with Wesker's daughters, and I was in the future, and then I'm like, this show was so trash, bro.
All right. Well, anyway,
sorry. Let me get through this.
This scenario one, which is they might just Hail Mary pass it, something they're probably never going to do, but maybe they will. It's like they could take lore from the game, expand it out to a movie, and say we're being canon to the game in an indirect way, and then people would be like, okay, fine. But there's scenario two, where they're not going to be loyal at all, and it's just going to be Resident Evil in name only. It'll be Resident Evil logo for the Umbrella Company, or maybe they'll find some facility underground and then they explore it, and then the zombies come out, right, and all this, with all new characters. Some suburban youths go in or something. So in terms of scenario two, what's your take on that? If they do that?
All right, I'm gonna try to be gracious here. If done well, because it's not too hard of a premise to deal with. It's a zombie virus. It occasionally makes some tyrants, evil corporation, shady scientist, right? Raccoon City, nuke drop, whatever. And they put some characters in there. I'm not saying it can't be done well. It could possibly be done excellent. I'm just saying, for fans, that is not what we asked for. We did not ask for some non-canon characters. And I'm sorry, the non-canon route does not have a good track record. It's not impossible to make it good. I'm just saying it's improbable. I'm going to give it a whopping 2% chance that it could be good. Now, I haven't seen Weapons. The trailer looked interesting, actually.
Yeah, they're saying it's a good movie. It's original.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that he's doing a Resident Evil movie. I'm surprised he's doing a Resident Evil movie after a success like that, because usually people don't do that. They kind of just make another original movie.
Yes.
At this point, he's like, could be the next M. Night Shyamalan if he wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
M. Night Shyamalan trying to be the next M. Night Shyamalan at this point. So he could actually take over and be like a guy like, I only do my original thing. They give me money to do my original thing. It's very rare. People have that opportunity in Hollywood. Like Chris Nolan, Tarantino are the only guys that can do that. And Jordan Peele. And now he could be that guy. But instead he's going to do IP. The only thing I think is that he secured the IP with his last movie, Barbarian. So it was like he put out Barbarian. He got the Resident Evil, I guess, deal, whatever. And then Weapons came out. Now it's a hit. Now he has to deal with this project.
Oh, right.
You know,
Huh.
I'm thinking that maybe it's going to be a scenario where maybe he doesn't direct it. Maybe he'll be like, "Oh, I'm not going to direct it. I'm going to pass it off to my guy, but I wrote it, so he can go do some other like if it's an original project or something." 'Cause these things change all the time. I could be
Possibly.
wrong though, possibly. But then again, now that he has this hit movie, he has a lot of creative control. He could do this Resident Evil movie. I'm sure the producers don't want him to leave.
Right.
So we're gonna have to deal with non-canonical characters.
I have questions. Now, this is like, by the way, I have a video coming out because if y'all didn't think I was going to cover it, I did. And hopefully I'll be able to get the video out before the story gets too old of WB saying that they want to do another live service game. So I have a question for the entertainment industry as a whole. If something doesn't work, why do you keep doing it? When has adding a non-can well, I guess they well I guess like they think it works because, you know, they had 6 of these Resident Evil movies, right? Um I guess they made some money, right?
Yeah.
They're not really critically acclaimed though. Like it's like it is known to be clowned on. So I'm just like, why would you if this guy came up to you, now I don't know who was responsible. I don't know if he came up with the idea of not being canon or a writer or whatever. Like, well, I don't know. If they came to me and I was like the guy that was in charge of the money for this movie, and they told me, yeah, we're doing Resident Evil, and we're like, cool, what's it about? And it's like, oh, I'm just gonna make up characters that don't really exist in the game because I want to tell a new fresh story. And I'm like, stop right there. We did this 6 times. No, 7 times including the show. Why do we want to do it again? Why are we going to make the fans sad? So somehow, I guess maybe these guys don't even know what's going on in Resident Evil world. So maybe they don't just okay. They just tossed the money at him and he said, "Cool." And I guess this guy, was it Krieger? I don't know how to pronounce his name. Sorry. He even noted that you know, people are not gonna, you know, they're not gonna vibe with my decision, but I'm gonna make it the best I can. I'm like, or you can use an existing character. Matter of fact, how many Resident Evil characters are there? Sorry, how many Resident Evil how many? You can read some of the comments while I look this up.
I mean, they could also do. I mean, I don't know if it's a good idea, but they could also have like one of these, you know, Leon Kennedy or like go to some other town and solve some other mystery. I guess they could do it that way too.
I mean, that's what those CGI movies do.
Yeah, so it's not impossible. The CGI movies use the characters to do things that are
Yeah.
not in the game. So why can't he just do that? Is it? And then I don't know. Some people are like, well, if they want to kill these characters, like in these horror movies, people gotta die, and you can't really kill off the game characters because fans will go crazy and they didn't die in the game. But I mean, I don't know. You could use one of the characters and then use the other ones, and so like you're not really thinking this guy's going to die, but maybe the other characters will. So then you get some suspense out of it. But in reality, I think it's they're overthinking that if that's the reason. Because it's like if you just want to see their live action thing adapted, they're not really thinking too hard. Those Disney movies make $1 billion, like just except for Snow White, where their mistake was not following the storyline.
Right.
So anyway.
Uh,
Comments going.
yeah, go ahead.
But so there you go. That's your take on Resident Evil.
Oh no, I got more to say, but you could go. We could go read the comments.
Well, if I clip this to a video, this is all you got to say. I could be here like digging in. Nah, but if you have something else to say, let it percolate.
Well, hold on. Let's read the comments. That's
Let me see. Brina says, "Who the F wants to be the next M. Night Shyamalan M Night Shyamalan, yo. M Night Shyamalan dropped heavy hit with Sixth Sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember watching Sixth Sense in a hood movie theater, by the way, and the part where the son finally, I don't know, spoiler, I don't know what I'm saying. But it's not. It's in the commercial. He sees dead people. We all know he sees dead people, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he's finally like, I'm gonna like tell the spoiler. I mean, he's gonna be like, I'm telling my mom that I see dead people in the car,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a very poignant moment because she's gonna be like, "Oh, you're crazy" or something. But he tells her, and it's like this very touching moment. And then there's like some hookup on the back saying like, "Man, this movie boring." And the wife's like, "What? Stop it! This is a very important part of the movie." It's like, this movie's corny. This movie has Bruce Willis, right? I thought it was supposed to be like, shooting something or like jumping off a building or something. And I was like, yeah, what happens you watching, you know, something in the hood. Like, but this
I,
is why
we look.
this is just the way it is. I had a chuckle, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was kind of breaking the immersion, but I had a chuckle,
I mean, it's kind of funny. It is funny. It's also
He
not
came
funny
in
because
thinking they was supposed to be Die Hard.
we need to start checking the IQ of the hood, bro. Because
Such a long time ago too. It's like Bruce Willis was like
but
doing
the
Die
IQ of the
Hard
hood
with
is not
Adventures.
better. It's
It's
not.
probably worse.
It's probably gotten worse. Okay, so
I've seen the Justin Watt videos. Anyway, anyway, Shyamalan was a big hit. He was gonna be the next Steven Spielberg. They were saying he was. Then he did Signs. Then he did Unbreakable, and it was still good, but it was like kind of like going a sliding scale. And then he did Lady in the Water. No, no, no. He did The Village. Then he did Lady in the Water, which I think is pretty bad. I think the
I
movie's
didn't
pretty
see it.
bad.
I kind of fell off of him. Like I couldn't keep up with
Then it
him.
was like, okay, this dude's a rap or something. So it's like inverse career kind of. Like his best movie was the first movie, or that actually wasn't his first movie. He did a movie before that. That was technically his first movie. But yeah. But he's still so famous, bro, because everybody wants to be the next Shyamalan. Even Shyamalan. Dante says, and he says, I reviewed that Netflix show, Resident Evil,
Oh, did.
and YouTube basically muted my review.
Oh my gosh.
It was horrible, but my review for the Resident Evil got thousands of views.
Wow.
See, Sean, I told you. Years
Did you
ago,
have any clips?
I knew it, bro. I was like, because you know what I was thinking? I was like, how come nobody is reacting to the fact that they got a boy, Lance Reddick, out here on a humiliation ritual looking like Blade and calling him Wesker, son? And they
Bro.
got him doing like some kind of fake Jet Li the One disarm the bad guy move stuff with, I don't, using the Da Vinci Resolve editing effects to like fight people. And I'm like, no one's talking about this on the whole internet, bro. And it's like, it got to be Netflix is nuking it from orbit with the copyright strike.
Netflix, man, whatever.
But whatever. I can still have freedom of speech. I can still say that was terrible, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm glad Nas Reddick redeemed by filming another part for. He was also in Ballerina, I think. A little
Oh yeah,
little part
yeah.
of
I
it.
still have to see that, by the way.
So officially, Ballerina was the final part.
Right. Um. What comment were you up to? Let me go through.
Yeah, Vahid says even if they chose a canon character, they would still manage to mess it up, like what we did with Master Chief. How hard was it not to show his face or ass? They show Master Chief's ass.
See, I didn't watch. I didn't watch.
Bruh.
My condolences.
I could tell it was gonna be bad. Like that first episode, and I was like, "What is this?" And I'm not even a Halo dude, and it's just like but I know enough Halo to know that that is not Halo straight up.
Right.
I felt like the whole thing was that they're ripping off Mandalorian. Like they want him off on his own ship, doing his own adventures, doing crap, and they want him with a sidekick. His sidekick with this girl. I don't know. I didn't. It's hard to watch it past. I saw like 1.5 episodes, and they had this dude. Like the Mandalorian has Pedro Pascal, and the Halo show has an actor named Pablo Schreiber.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, bro. I think they're trying to copy Red Door too hard, bro. The show is mostly about like generals like whining and complaining about things.
Huh. Interesting.
It was kind of a goofy show anyway. I didn't watch the rest of it because Clarence Price says the money isn't going to launder itself.
No facts.
Brina says I still haven't forgiven him for Avatar. Oh, the Last Airbender. Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. That came out. Dang, bro. Yeah, I forgot about Avatar: Last Airbender. And then he did After Earth. Remember with Jaden Smith and Will Smith,
I didn't see that.
and they were speaking in some kind of like I don't know, cursed Jamaican accents or something through the movie. I couldn't
No.
understand the dialect.
Hold on.
Yeah. Jonte's rant room says they're idiots. They never learn. Master Panda says got a whole Holly weird. Never makes a Metal Gear Solid movie. My heart will be broken.
Master Panda, do I got news for you, buddy?
Oh,
ain't that still in the works? They still talk about that to this day. Yeah, we're still working on the script. We're still.
Yeah, they had a director, I think, at some point too.
Yes.
And then it was a dude who directed one of those King Kongs.
The King Kongs. All right.
Yeah, bro.
All
I think he was in. Yeah, he did one of King Kongs.
Moving on.
I think it was Kong Island or Skull Island or one of those joints. And Oscar Isaac was going to be Solid Snake. I think
Oscar Isaac.
He was he had some momentum back then or something as a guy. I think that momentum is over, so they're probably trying to.
I will say this, Master Panda. If they do make this movie, I will be lockstep with you in crashing out because there's no way we're going to disrespect Solid Snake out here.
True. Neo J's here. What's up?
What up, bro? Yeah, it's mostly a rant stream because Hollywood can't get their act together. I just want to say, I think like on entertainment, I might be close to being completely blackpilled. All right, they got all these movies coming out. They got Spider-Man is in production, and they're trying to make The Punisher, and they got they want to make this Resident Evil, this, that, and the third, and there was no movie this year that I was just like, yo, I got to go see that in the theaters. Yo, Hollywood, I got something for you. Stop making movies, B. Stop making movies for at least like 3 years. We'll catch up. I'll go watch 2B. No more. Stop. And in a minute, stop making the game industry. Stop making games. Nobody's buying them. That's another story I got to cover. And apparently, in record numbers, people are not buying these games because they're too expensive, and they're not that great. So yeah, the numbers are tumbling. Everybody, stop making things and reflect, please. We've let too much cringe seep into society. Now, obviously, nobody's gonna do that. That's just my personal take. People like, yo, wouldn't it be dope if? No, it would not be dope. It would not be dope if this, that, and the third. It would not. It would not. They're gonna mess it up.
Master Panda says, I also remember being at the theater to watch Peter Jackson's King Kong movie when a hood dude answered his cell phone and had an entire conversation over the movie. Yes, many such cases. I remember I was watching the movie The Guest, and there was a part. It's a good movie, underrated movie.
Yeah, it is. It's good.
If you find a way to watch it, watch it. It's a fun, action thriller, under the radar kind of movie. But anyway, there's a scene in the movie where like they're gonna reveal what's going on, in the whole movie. Right? It's like, what's this guy about? The main guy is a big mystery, who he is, where he came from, blah blah blah. And then in this part, they're about to reveal who he is, and then someone gets a phone call, of the hood persuasion, and started arguing with her man on the phone. And she snuck into the movie, by the way. Like, she didn't even pay for the ticket. Like, I paid for the ticket. I'm out here being a movie nerd, going to websites, finding out what this is, seeing the trailer. It looks cool, so I can go out to Times Square to watch this, thinking like I'm in, it is a street, but it's not like, the BX.
Right.
So I'm watching this joint and thinking like, all right, I'm here for people. If you're here to see this movie, you're not here to see, like, I don't know, Spider-Man Part 14.
Right.
Then you're here to see an independent movie, and you're not going to act up. You actually come in here to see this movie on purpose.
Right.
Oh, no.
Or one would think, right?
You would think. But then one of these hood creatures crawls up from the primordial ooze. To haunt me like one of the Paranormal Activity movies. I got the cursed object in my pocket or something, and I took it with me to the theater, and then this hood phantom, this hood poltergeist just pops out, gets a phone call, and starts saying, "Who this?"
Nah.
I can't talk right now. I'm watching a movie. No, I will not call you back. People had to yell out and say, "Hey, I'm trying to pay attention to the movie." And then, like, I don't know, she just gets up and then, like, she leaves finally. I'm like, why did this have to happen, bro?
Did she come back?
No, didn't even come back. She didn't even care about the resolution of what she just saw from before that she snuck in to see.
She probably did not have the capacity to understand what was going on in the movie. She busy arguing with her baby daddy or something, no?
Yeah, word. Whatever, the Similac ain't coming, okay? You ain't paying for it ever.
The child support ain't hit. Sorry,
Word.
baby girl.
You can't bleed money from a stone. He lost the damn job at the Best Buy, okay? He sold some dude Californication season 4 and not season 3, and he got fired, okay? And he started acting up with his manager, all right? Now, he ain't got no money for the formula. He ain't got no money for the child support. He ain't got no money for the cell phone bill, okay? Take it outside of the theater, please. This is why people are watching it at home, all right? The world premieres in my house. I don't got to do with this nonsense. I'm here to support the independent arts with my, whatever. And this is what I get. This is a long time ago. It's like 2010, but it still is infected my mind like a parasite. Anyway, there you go.
Man.
Master Panda says, I remember trying to watch Bourne Ultimatum when a fight between two hood dudes almost popped off inside the theater.
They thought they was in the Bourne Ultimatum.
Yeah. And I blame the director for that. He has like some kind of, he's trying to do some immersive shaky cam filming style, which kind of irritates the brain. So it's a lot of sound and fury, and like you're frustrated because you kind of want to see a fight scene pop off, but you can't really see a fight scene pop off. So like it's riling up the lizard brain of the streets people, and they start fighting. Right?
Does that mean the raid would make you more calm because I could see the hits?
Right, because all the action is being on screen,
and presented in a clear manner.
Anger is being sort of cathartically expressed on the screen that you don't have it in your heart right now. But the Bourne Ultimatum has so much shaky cam that you can't fully give over your, these impulses to the screen, so they stay within you. And I guess that's what made as Master Panda would call hood dudes,
right,
attack each other. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
man. Dante says, what's funny in Hollywood has proven they can make a movie or show where they don't remove a helmet. Dread is the best example of that. Great movie, by the way. It's true. I guess technically Dread did not make money I saw it in the
I
theater
love Dread. Dread
a
is
long time
great.
ago in 3D. Um, but I guess not enough people did. But it's known as a good movie, and it did show that you could put him in a helmet, and it didn't hurt the box office.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't. That wasn't the reason why. You know what I mean? Like the movie worked that you didn't see his face. No one asked any questions. You just had the helmet on. It chose not to take it off. It's just simple.
And you could see Dread coming to a theater near you in Mortal Kombat 2.
Oh, Johnny Cage. Yeah, that brings up another thing. Like, they have a Mortal Kombat 2, and they're having an older Johnny Cage while the rest of the characters are young. And I'm like, why can't they just give me Mortal Kombat, bro? Why can't they just have like a new young Johnny Cage?
No, 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 no. It's too late now. It's
Oh,
too
I'm
late
sorry.
now. Yeah,
Oh,
no. No, it's too late now. The studios already decided that they were going to follow the adventures of a man named Cole Young.
that
So,
is true. And because you see the trailer, they are repressing themselves from Cole Young from
facts.
these trailers, bro. Carl Urban is now the star. It's almost like it's like the first movie. It's like a
God.
canonical character is just living his life, and then the rest of the Mortal Kombat characters have contact him to join the tournament. It's almost like there wasn't a Mortal. It's almost like this is Mortal Kombat 1, and the last movie was like a prequel to this movie.
Right.
Because the last movie they didn't have a tournament. They were gonna have a tournament, and then Shang Tsung just cheated and said, "I'm not gonna have a tournament, and I'm just gonna attack you while you're training." Cole Young was the main guy, defeated MMA fighter whose daughter don't respect him, and his wife hit Goro with the car. That dude is the star, and he's probably the star of Mortal Kombat 2. Except they know that we don't want to see Cole Young, so they're repressing him. I bet you when you go to the theater, Cole Young is gonna be all up in
He gonna be the main
every
character again.
scene.
Yeah, you gotta commit to the cringe now. He
You want,
exists.
and that's
He
why I'm
just
like,
don't exist
why
in
did
the
they?
game because he's not canon. He's
Right,
not
and all
real.
right.
But he real in
And
the.
just to find the thumbnail, Sean also included Turner Hayes. Remember this character
Oh my
from
gosh,
the
bro.
failed Gotham Knights TV show, who was Batman's adopted son, who he decided not to train as Robin because he was done with that life. So he decided to adopt. Like, he didn't decide to have his own kids, right? He could finally, like, I'm gonna settle down. I'm gonna marry Catwoman. I guess maybe she got felonies or something that would mess with his, I don't know, business ventures. But he could pick whatever, some Vicky Vale or one of these Gotham babes or something, and he decides to take in Turner Hayes, and that's fine because he's always taking in the youth. You know what I'm saying? He has a soft spot for the youth. But this is not in the comics at all.
They
This is
made
not in the
him up.
comics at all. I'm like, why don't they just take another comic book and make it into a show? But they want to have the Batman flavor without Batman in it. I think they're gonna make some money, bro.
So I read an article.
They killed Batman in that show. Remember?
Yeah, yeah.
The disrespect.
Yeah, Batman's gone with his cheap looking hood was on the floor, and then Turner Hayes, the star, the non-canon star of the show. So I read an
And they got my
article
boy Nick. Oh, sorry.
saying that the reason that they created Turner Hayes for the show is because they couldn't get the rights to use any of the Robins, including Damien. And I'm like, CW, if you cannot acquire those rights, this is what you do. You simply do not make the show.
Yeah. What you do is you make another show of a character you do own the rights to. Okay? Is it that hard, bro? Is it that hard? Huh? Don't they have enough unlimited IP? You know what's crazy? That show had too much. Like, that network had too many superheroes running around. Like,
Arrow and Flash and
it's like, can't you guys just make like a regular sci-fi show without like superheroes in it? Like,
I mean, it was obviously going to be trash. Didn't
I
we
think they
watch?
just ran out of
I think
superheroes.
we watched like the first episode, right? We like, watched the first episode
Yeah,
of
we saw it in Discord.
yeah,
By the way, join
Discord.
the Discord.
Yes.
Links in the description. Like the video right now you're watching. And then we can bring in more conversation so we can finally resolve this issue of why are they introducing these non-canonical characters into the shows, and it always sucks, and they keep doing it, expecting different results.
Insanity.
Yeah, that's a literal definition of insanity.
Like insanity. I'm like, yo, stop, B. Stop. Please stop. Like I so that show got canceled in like what, three episodes or something? Had
It
like
was bad, yeah, something like
Joker's
that.
daughter and somebody else. I don't know what the heck was going on.
Harley Quinn, Joker's daughter,
That show's
the character, and it's just like, bro, this is so bad, bro. Had Castiel from Supernatural
Who's
on
he
that
playing
show,
again?
bro. He's playing some guy. Is he playing? He wasn't playing Commissioner Gordon, was he? No, he was playing Harvey Dent. I guess with a reformed face or something. Like he got face surgery, and
Alright.
somehow they gave him his job back to be some kind of DA guy. This is unrealistic.
How
Maybe
you
in the
get the
comics that
job to be
happened.
the DA? You were terrorizing Gotham.
Yeah, whatever. It's so ridiculous.
Oh.
Anyway, yikes! It was like big yikes energy. I thought like after Supernatural, Castiel would have had like a bigger, you know, genre fave. He'd be on another show. He needs to be on like one of those CSI shows solving those crimes. But I don't know. Anyway,
hold on, let me see some of these comments. Elma said Hood Phantom Hood creature sounds like a new character to design. And Neil J says Hood Phantom. Hold on, Sean, you might be on some. Yeah, we're gonna do the. I'm gonna design. Matter of fact, I'm gonna clear this. What I got here. We're gonna design the Hood Phantom. I'm kidding, y'all. I am kidding.
you can go like, I don't know. You can go to whatever, I don't know, some other place. You can go to the. You think you're gonna escape them too. You're like, I'm not watching In the Hood.
mhm.
I'm taking the train. I'm taking the plane. I'm taking wherever. I'm going to Martha's Vineyard. I'll go wherever. And the Hood Phantom will not follow me there. You know what I'm saying? But oh no. It will follow you there somehow. They find you. You know what I'm saying? Wherever you are. To talk trash at the screen. To take a cell phone call and have an open conversation in the middle of the theater.
Hello, Devontae. I ain't got time for this. Like that's what you got to do.
Talking about the simile. Talking about the film. Talking about the Pampers.
Oh man.
You know, Octavius can't get his nutrition. Whatever they're talking about on the phone right now has nothing to do with the film on the screen right now. You a cinephile. You're trying to watch the Terminator Part 19. That's whatever you're trying to do. It don't matter what kind of movie you're watching either. It could be Terminator 19. It could be My Dinner with Andre Part 2. I don't know. They got Wallace Shawn back. Talk more gab to somebody else at the restaurant. And you'd be like, all right, I'm watching this artsy movie right now.
Mm-hmm. Ain't
no way the Hood Phantoms coming here to ruin my day. Oh, no. They coming in with the Tims. They coming in. Bro, with the ringtone, they coming in, bro. All kind of hood nonsense.
To ruin your movie, your experience, because
that you pay for. They sneak it in. They're crawling in under the sewer like a Ninja Turtle or something.
Got Sammy Sadek in here. What's up? It says the idea of Resident Evil film without the cast from the games just seems bizarre to me. It works against everything the franchise represents. But more importantly, it no longer feels like Resident Evil. So I got something on the screen, by the way. And I'm thinking in my head, right? Maybe there's not enough to pull reference from. Here, Chris Redfield, Jill Valentine. We're on 2, buddy. 3, Leon Kennedy, Claire Redfield. 4, Ada Wong. 5, Ethan Winters. I wouldn't do Ethan, but that's 6. Grace Ashcroft. Was she playable? Yes. Oh, I think that's the mother of the girl that's in Resident Evil 9. Barry Burton. 7. Rebecca Chambers. 8. Ashley. 9. Now, this is the one that actually fries my brain. Let's pretend that they didn't want to use a popular Resident Evil character. Why didn't they just use Hunk? The umbrella, the umbrella operative that's always the secret character and he's always has a mask. Like you could have did a movie on him.
Do that. How about that?
What?
What about broccoli and
Oh, Tofu.
tofu?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Sorry, remember tofu.
Sherry Birkin. That's another one. She was playable at some time. Rosemary Winters.
What? Why can't see? This is the thing. They think that people are gonna care. Oh my god, I played the game and I'm seeing almost the exact same thing by a live action person. They're gonna say it's great, right? They're gonna say, okay,
Why do you
cool,
think
it's a
people
live
watch
action.
comic movies?
Yeah, it's like, oh, they're gonna see the part where Batman puts on the suit and like for the first time. It's like they seen it about Spider-Man, Uncle Ben. They don't care, bro. Just do it and just get on with the rest of it. Like it's Spider-Man. Oh, and then they say like, oh, because it's a horror movie, and if Leon Kennedy is there, you know he's not gonna die because he's gonna be in the sequel. And it's like, you think people care about
We
that,
don't
bro?
care.
People
We
do
want to
not
see
care.
Leon.
Why even buy this IP? Why do you buy IP in general if you're not going to use the source material? The reason you bought the IP is because you want an instant audience to watch the movie, bro. You bought junk to
Right, right.
make it on screen. Like, I mean, I'm talking from an artistic, artsy fartsy perspective, which these Hollywood guys turn into
Yes.
after they buy some IP for some reason. Like, dude, you're already adapting a video game, okay? You don't have an original thought in your brain right now. All right? If you want an original thinker right now, you'd be like, I don't know, some old movie producer like Martin Bregman from back in the day, or like, I don't know, these old guys like I don't know, from the 40s or something like that. You'd be like the guy who produced The Godfather or something like that. Like you would get like a book that's never been adapted ever, and you'd adapt that. You got to be loyal to that too, or get some original screenplay and do that. You already ran out of ideas, so now you're gonna adapt something else.
Right.
So you got a video game franchise, just do the dang video game. It was like when they bought Star Wars. I was like, it's already figured out for you, bro. Just do one of the books that they did, and you don't got to try so hard. But now they want to try hard.
Somehow they want to have their
Somebody
own
else's.
creative decisions and experiences. Like when they made Cole Young, I'm like, let me get this straight. There are 77 playable characters in Mortal Kombat. You're telling me you couldn't make a movie about one of those characters? And what that made the movie more insulting is that like freaking Cole Young was like the great grandson of like Scorpion. So now he goes, spoiler, sorry for y'all for the last Mortal Kombat. You can dip out now. He gonna fight alongside Scorpion to beat Sub-Zero.
What I think is like there's a lot of disgruntled screenwriters that they write these screenplays, and or they want to direct something, and they walk into the studio after making their short film or their debut thing,
Mhm.
and then they go into the theater and say, okay, here's my script, and they say, wow, this is a good script. You're a really talented guy, but we're not going to make this movie.
Mm.
Why don't you look at this list of things and see what movie you do want to make? If you use this IP and this name, we'll make the movie. We'll make a movie with you.
Mm.
So then they just get a list and they go home disgruntled and stuff, and they say, fine, I'll pick this. And then they're like, I hate this or something. They resentful. So then they're like, all right, let me just twist this until it's something I want to do. And it's not even also the director and writer's fault. It's also producers are like this. They're
Right.
like, I won't do something unless you pick it from this list. So they're like, fine. So then that's when you get all these people saying, like, well, I want to make a movie with a woman, so now I'll make this character a woman. Or I wanted this guy to die in my movie, so now I'll kill this guy off unceremoniously. And then they just that's just what happens after a while. They're all on some project they don't really want to do, but they know it's a go picture, and they'll try and make it into the thing that they really want to make.
I I I, I mean, I guess it's yeah, it is. I
It's
suppose.
it's it's like one reason. Another reason is like, the producers get nervous because they see some other movie that's out that's big,
Hmm.
and they'll be like, "Oh, this movie has superheroes in it. Can we have a superhero in our movie?" And they're like, "No."
I, I will say this: when he makes this non-canon story of Resident Evil, I better not see any super-powered like acrobatics of a non-human going on, bro. Like that was never what Resident Evil was about. I
I get the idea that he's like, I guess he's trying to be a more of a cerebral guy, like other than some goof with this
true.
weapons movie, I assume. So I don't think he'd be doing any you know, wire fu or anything like that in the movie. I don't know if it'd be any good, but I'm just saying, like, I don't think he's gonna be doing martial art. Then again, who knows? These guys.
Who knows?
We go back to the chat.
Hmm.
Uh, let's see. Neo J says that's not even Mortal Kombat. That's somebody's whoopsie word. Fanfic. It's true. It's fanfic.
Right.
Master Panda says, yes, I remember watching that Mortal Kombat movie with my friend the first time. We were all like, Cole, who the hell is this clown?
It's
He's
Cole
that
Young. You don't
guy.
know him?
Yeah, the king, bro. Him and his great grandpappy defeated Sub Zero.
It was funny. I know the internet was like talking about like, oh, because they Jade is being played by that girl who's in Intergalactic, and everybody's
Yeah.
like, why is Jade bald? This is crazy. And I'm like, yo, I forget all that. We still have to address the fact that Cole Young exists. I'm I
No
got bigger
worries.
problems.
Master Panda says, haha, as of Bruce doesn't already have enough adopted kids sidekicks. Entertainment just can't help themselves. They have unlimited IP, but extremely limited IQ at these networks. They need to stop milking the Batman franchise. They're going to overdo that IP, I guess overuse,
Hmm.
to the point that it completely gets played out and annoying to Gen Z and younger.
Yeah,
Yeah, even like with the James Gunn universe, I think he wants to do a Batman movie on his own, but then like he wants the Matt Reeves one to still come out.
I don't
But
understand.
I'm like, just forget that Batman movie you have in your head and just make Robert Pattinson the
Yeah,
Batman.
yeah. Just make like he'd match up visually with David
Yeah,
Corn Sweat.
right. It's just like he's in Gotham City doing Gotham things,
Yeah,
and
like what's
it's
the
like
big deal?
even if you're gonna have a crossover movie, like then just have him in it.
Yeah, like does it need to be that difficult?
No,
What?
I think it's too hard. Dante's rant room says Sean Davies. It says Shaquan Davies legit ruining my movie
All the
experience.
time, bro.
He exists, everywhere. He's like one person. He's almost like, I don't know what you call it. He's
Entity.
an entity.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's like the devil or something.
it's
Everywhere at once.
just leaving single mothers like everywhere. You know what I'm
Just
saying?
in he haunts only movie theaters. That's it. Follow you everywhere. Then it could be a man or woman. He's non-gender.
He's a force.
He's a force. He just pops through like pop out the popcorn to ruin your life.
Elmas said, "Not the Tims." Yeah, the Tims, man. Is the
That's
Hood
the
still
Tims,
wearing
bro.
Tims? They are, right?
Oh,
I don't know. I
last
can't.
hood demon I saw, I don't know this.
I can't keep track with the Hood anymore.
Just talking at the screen, bro. Like this is like the one thing to talk about when they don't talk about movies. Like they're
Hmm.
talking at the screen, bro. This is why people like the theaters going downhill. No ushers. It's like ushers, but like, what is Usher gonna do? He's gonna fight this dude,
Yeah, nah.
sir. You need to turn
You're
off your cell phone.
you're making a disturbance.
That dude's gonna get yoked up.
What? Disturbing.
Master Panda says, yeah, imagine driving to the burbs to try and watch the movie Black Swan, and the hood follows you to the theater. Yeah, it's happened, bro.
I don't
I
know.
got lucky on that one. I was able to watch that one without problems.
And you gonna make what's his? Why I forget the name of the dude that did the comic strip that said he was gonna move away from black people. Who was that again?
You got in trouble for that.
Yeah, I know.
Dilbert, man.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
He gonna be like, what are they doing here?
Neo J says that's me making that's a Kill Bill film. It's like me making a Kill Bill film, but it doesn't feature Bill in the film at all. Instead, replaced by a character named Phil. Nobody cares about Phil.
Kill Phil.
Yeah, it's your non-canonical version of Kill Bill,
Oh man.
but it has a Kill Bill name, so you can make money from like goofy people who think like, oh yeah, this is the same. You go in there, it's something else.
Like what? Maybe the trailer for Resident Evil come out and then be fire. Or maybe Sean will do Sean type activities and not watch the film. Just like I haven't watched a ton of other stuff. I still haven't watched Superman.
But he may move money from weapons. It's like just make weapons 2 or whatever else he's trying to do. Don't be messing around Resident Evil like this.
Power
Massive.
says Sean will say, oh sorry, you can go ahead and read that first.
What Dante's rant room? I'm gonna need Usher to fight Big Tyrone. I paid big money for this movie. Ain't no Usher gonna fight Big Tyrone. That dude.
You need to hire who to
He's
be
like,
the
he's
Usher.
like,
You gotta.
I don't know. I don't know if I never heard of any incident. I don't know of an Usher fighting anybody in modern times. Like maybe it has happened and we just don't know about it.
An Usher?
Yeah, an Usher like putting a dude in a yoke, like and throwing him out, like that.
No, maybe a guard at the club, but an
Like
Usher?
they have a security guard and he just like come in and just tosses him out.
It would be.
Acting up in a theater. I don't know. Power 1000 says Sean will save the movie industry by adding Sydney Sweeney in Concord the movie. Yeah, that's a good idea. It's like you do your own non-canonical version of Concord with like none of the characters from the movie. It'll make 100 million opening weekend.
See, Concord is something you need to not have the canon characters in it.
Exactly. Having a Concord
That would make it better.
Sydney Sweeney, Anna de Armas.
We're already winning. You're already winning.
For the ladies will have all the Chris's, Chris Pratt, Chris Evans,
right, yeah. The Chris
Hemsworth,
yeah, all of them.
Chris Pine, all those guys, and then you have Concord, the movie, and they'll be like, "This is not true to the Concord," and it'll make a that would actually work in the inverse. It'd be hilarious because they'll be like, "Oh, they're really going at Concord."
By the way, the Concord anniversary is coming up.
Bro.
In about like what, a week or two?
Salute. When's it gonna come back? Remember those rumors saying that it's gonna come back? They're working on the code. What are changing?
Oh yeah. Hold on. When did Concord drop? It was like August 20 something.
That would be crazy though. Like that'd be crazy work. Like if they outsource Concord to like secretly to like one of these Asian countries.
Imagine the NetEase Concord, bro. Yo, imagine,
so easy, bro.
Imagine the NetEase Concord.
It'd be so easy to do, bro. It wouldn't even have to be NetEase. All it had to be is like a NetEase like company,
right?
And be like, yo, just do whatever you want with this, bro. And we're gonna call it Concord, and it's gonna shock the industry.
Right I'm now. Not gonna lie, chat.
And it'll make so much. It
would make
so many downloads.
Yo, it might hit. Like it might hit. Like if it had Concord, but like a revival from another company.
It would have a secret project Concord. The hero shooter, whatever. They give them the code so that they could work with something. Like I guess the
Screw the code. Just, just.
I don't know. I'd rather not. Or take whatever game they've been working on and says, "Psst, yo, just keep making the game. We're gonna buy it from you and call it Concord and say this is gonna be the new Concord.
Well, he said it won't be Concord. It'll be Marvel Rivals. Hey, listen, whatever, man. You know, like,
Whatever. I'm thinking of some schemes. I'm trying to help
yeah,
Sony out.
he's right though. Look at that. Oh, by the way, it came out August 23rd.
Okay, so it's
So
not time yet.
yeah, well, yeah, August 23rd. Should do a special stream. August 23rd, the anniversary of
Thing is, when games exist purely online, they just don't exist anymore. Like they just can be taken off and that's it, bro. No
yeah.
one has like a CD of it
That's
or
what that movement
DVD.
that movement stop killing games. That's what that was all about. It was like, yo,
It's
stop
crazy.
taking down these games. But
That's right. Oh, by the way, guys, if you're interested in something that doesn't suck,
right.
check out Red Asylum Punk Fairy Tale on redcombook.com.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes. It's,
Sean can pull up the website for you.
give me a second.
You know what I'm saying? Because we got to create our own things, guys. It seems like Hollywood has abandoned America. They don't have any kind of civic duty to us anymore.
Hollywood and
No
Western
civic
Gaming has
responsibility.
abandoned.
This country, I think it's part of a larger plot of a mass demoralization campaign because they knew a lot of people were escaping everyday life into pop culture entertainment.
Mhm.
And it was like, keeping their mind steady, but they want your mind somehow. So they infected it with nonsense.
Right.
But you can buy this. You know what I mean? It's a very simple prospect, right? Make your own stuff. You can make the rules. So we got Red Asylum Punk Fairy Tale, an 88-page graphic novel, a sci-fi reimagining of Little Red Riding Hood fairy tale, where Red is a private security specialist. She has to uncover the secret behind a terrorist attack that has left her grandmother infirmed and uncover the mystery of a secret cabal that rules the world.
Yep.
Check out Red Asylum Punk Fairy Tale. Order a copy on redcombook.com.
The link will be
You know what I
in
mean?
the description. I think it's already in the description.
Right. The themes talks about stuff you talk about, man. People, it's a base comic book talking about social control that's keeping you down, but the heroes are fighting back.
Yep, there you go. Doctor said, already got my copy. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Dante. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, and also if you guys could put a like on the video that, basically spent
Yes.
ranting about these non-canon characters that don't freaking exist.
That's right. See, you know what's it's place for? So you get a Red Asylum Punk Fairy Tale.
Mhm.
Link in the description. You can do this stuff, you can change things around. You can do public domain characters, guys.
Mhm.
It's a thing. The older it is, the more you can do. There's a zillion versions of Red Riding Hood. There's a zillion versions of stuff. You could do what you want with public domain characters, okay? Current IP, modern day IP that has a company attached. The creator is still alive, okay?
Mhm.
They have expectations, all right? This is where Adi Shankar had problems with Devil May Cry,
Oh my gosh.
okay?
Not about that.
He's trying to do all this extra stuff. Fans want their game adapted, bro. It's fresh in their brain. They have expectations, okay? Resident Evil, they're still making these games, bro. Capcom is still making games. They're making a game right now.
Resident Evil 9. Forgot when it's gonna drop, but it's being made.
And now you have these creator people thinking they're bigger than the games. They're better than the games.
No, yo,
Don't
I
worry,
got
little
this.
kid. I got this. The grown-ups have it now. Where'd they come up with this?
I don't know. I don't know why they think they're better than the creators. That's
You know
the
why?
weird
Because
part.
they wanna like, I don't know, cloud chase off of something that's popping right now. Okay?
That's the problem.
They don't want to take something that ain't trending right now.
Dante said we're not talking about Adi Shankar. I remember Dante and I, like, it was like that Sunday, like after DMC dropped, and we both like went on. We temporarily took over Makidi's stream so that we
Yeah.
could diss the crap out of the Devil May Cry.
But you know what's crazy though? He had that interview, right?
Mm-hmm.
He said like, "Oh, I didn't think Devil May Cry was like a dead franchise, and I was gonna bring it back." And I'm like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, dead, like, dead though. I just thought they haven't gotten around to make another game. I didn't know
He
it was
thought the
dead.
reboot like bodied it. He thought the reboot, the DMC reboot, bodied the franchise because that was like in between, like 4. No, after 4, obviously, and then the reboot, and then like 5 wasn't announced. So he thought he was gonna be the man. So he thought he was gonna be the man to come back and bring it back. And I'm like, you think that Capcom don't got this? They had one slip up, and by the way, that game is not horrible. The
Yeah,
reboot, it's not. It's just it should have been a game that wasn't called Devil May Cry, but like it's perfectly playable. It's not my favorite one, obviously. But I'm like, yo, you thought that Capcom was just not gonna have this? Like, you were gonna come in as the savior of DMC, bro? Didn't remember he said he got mad? I got mad when it was coming. Mad. And
it's
then,
their IP. It was still viable. It's just like I don't know. Maybe they don't care about giving out shovelware, just like every other stupid American company, cranking out junk every day. Maybe they're just thinking, I don't know. Maybe they told him something else, but like I never got the impression like, okay. Like, and then when you bring it back, like, why bring it back in this way? That I'm just trying to show people how cool. I don't know.
he had his own non-canon characters too. The vice president. You know what I'm
Yeah, they got the
saying?
vice president.
The I don't know, the one dude that sold out like the entire team or something.
First of all, Hollywood's not taking anything that ain't popping to be a franchise of anything. Okay,
But
it has to be trending on some level. It has to be something from the past that people remember. Something that was a hit.
but
Something of the modern demographic. Okay, you take some stories from written in 1890. They're not adapt. You know, they're not like rushing to adapt something like that. Like they're rushing to adapt something that people remember from like a current generation they could sell things to. So
right.
it's like that's why I'm like Devil May Cry's not completely dead. I don't get that argument, but okay.
He thought he got it.
To reinvent it to be a political statement, I'm like, it ain't. Whatever dead he thought it was, it's not even I can't imagine it being that dead.
I love how he thought it was dead based on DMC reboot, and then proceeded to make the more unbearable version of DMC reboot.
Right.
What?
El Monster Schmon says there's another Resident Evil mobile game that came out already.
Oh, I didn't even realize.
I didn't know that. Did not know that.
I'm gonna check it out.
Check it out, bros.
I'm gonna check it out.
But yeah, guys, it's like I don't really get why they do these things. But I don't think it's gonna stop because I think that if you want a movie that costs like more than $40 million, they're gonna ask you to adapt something,
Or show.
and they have a show, some comic book character. Comic books are interesting because they adapt those and like how the comics doing like these days with these characters, you know, like they still trying to mine these Marvel characters, no matter how obscure they are.
Right. And they can't make up stuff there. You got to give them the canon stuff. Well, more or less. I mean, I do realize in comic book movies, you have to change some stuff around to fit with the continuity. Even though sometimes they're going off of Fantastic Four with the Shia LaBeouf, but heard that movie was good. I didn't see that either. So I didn't see Superman. And I didn't see Fantastic Four, y'all. I had no drive to go see it. I'll check them out though. Like once they hit streaming, and then I'll be part of that crew. And I've seen these new kind of posts on Twitter now where it's like, yo, this movie failed and it's because of y'all. Y'all didn't go see it in theater. I'm like, I didn't go see it in theater. What you want from me? I didn't feel like seeing it. What are you yelling at me for? If y'all have better trailers, like I'll be more hyped to see it. Like what? I just came. I watched the entirety of Ironheart. Forgive me if I don't feel like watching anything comic book right now.
Yeah, dude.
Ugh. Said movie video games are going to be unbearable. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I forgot they're making Legend of Zelda. They're making Legend of Zelda. So that's a thing. I didn't even talk about that much. That fake casting of Hunter Schafer that like I knew was fake. But
Yeah, and it was fake. It was just like fake internet outrage. Like that was not gonna happen. There's no confirmation that he even wanted. Like he was even in the running. It was just
it
like
wasn't at all. Like, and I'm like, yo, this is Nintendo. You really think Nintendo was gonna do that? Never. That was never gonna be a thing.
I
That was never gonna be.
yeah, I don't know. Hunter Schafer wasn't in the running, so I don't know why they were messing with that. Like it wasn't gonna happen.
I say you watch Ironheart, you definitely got PTSD.
And then they
Sure,
were like, "Damn you, Hunter Schafer!" And I was like, "You didn't even know if Hunter Schafer even wanted to be in the movie." Like it's like
they just said it.
he was angry.
His team said it. Hunter probably
You
did
didn't even know
like
if they said it was a rumor that the team said it.
that's true. Hunter probably sitting there like, what the hell is going on? Like, why are people talking about me?
I know that it was like brought up in like some kind of like online fan casting on Reddit or
Yeah,
something like that. But and I'm sure
and then they were
um,
mad. By the way,
it was like
like
some imagined controversy. Like
they
call
were
me when it's
mad that
real.
that it wasn't Hunter. Like, I can't believe we had perfect casting right here. I'm like, okay, look. Let's not be mad, Captain Obvious. We know why Hunter was not casted. Okay, like, we really have to beat around, and they're trying to pretend like, oh, I don't know what. Like, shut up. Like,
But we don't know why. I mean, it wasn't even real.
yeah,
Okay,
it wasn't real in the
I
first
can emphasize
place.
this. It's talking like why or we know why. Like it was not even real in the first place, Sean. We know why
No,
they
I'm
were
talking.
casted. They were there.
No, I'm talking about from their perspective, because they're asking the question. I don't know why this. I'm like, what are you talking
They're
about?
making it up. Their
Like,
head.
what are
Like
you
they were
talking
denied.
about?
They rejected them. It's like they weren't even. They didn't even probably know who this is.
And they also said they wanted a young cast.
I even had no beef with this person. I don't care. It's just not real. Like this. Like, like so ridiculous.
But people were mad. They were big mad. I was just like, okay.
Just rage baiting for money.
There's too much rage baiting going on Twitter, by the way. Rage
Trying to get that check.
trying to get that. What is it? The dollar.
$1.95.
Yeah, word. Whatever it is. $1.27. Whatever. Freaking making no sense, man.
You watched Ironheart, you definitely got PTSD. Facts.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty
Yeah,
bad.
and I tell you what, man, the Ryan Coogler, I don't know, man. Like, look, it's controversial. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
I saw Sinners. It wasn't all that. Like, I told you, I remember, like, I said, like, it was like when you start saying stuff like that, that's because you just saw something and you just want to justify the fact you saw it, and then weeks go by and days go by, and you're just like, nah.
I still
And
haven't seen it.
that's me lone wolfing it here, bro, because that movie changed people's lives, bro. People walked in that movie one way and they came out like a better man for their children and their family. This film 1,000,000% on Rotten Tomatoes, letterbox score of a 10. When like I don't know, Pulp Fiction gets a 3.9 or something. Like, okay, all right, this movie is the greatest thing ever made. Okay, it's the greatest film ever made. I'm not even gonna fight it, bro. Even people like who said the Neurotic liked it, and all these other people liked it, and
Mm-hmm.
and all these people were like, and I'm just maybe he didn't like. I don't know. I can't tell. Maybe not Neurotic, but maybe some prominent guy from that camp was like, "This is amazing film, or great. This is great," and I'm just like, I don't know. The Coogler man. Maybe he need to go back to real life stuff like the Fruitvale Station or something, because I don't know, man. Like I just like it's a horror movie. I need to be scary. That's all I need. That's justice.
Right.
Yeah. It's 3 hours long. It was. I mean, like if you never saw a horror movie in your life, maybe it was scary. Like you see like blood on a person's face. Oh, like maybe then you'd be freaked out. But I don't know.
Hmm.
I was like, whatever. And then I saw Ironheart, and he didn't make that. He just produced it, and that was just like big oof energy. And now he's going to produce the X-Files movie.
I got no hope for X-Files. I ain't gonna lie.
I'll be positive on Sinners on one thing. It was filmed properly, like with like real filming techniques and
Oh yeah,
camera
yeah,
angles.
yeah,
I'll give
yeah,
it
yeah,
that.
yeah.
It had real acting, they had Michael B. Jordan really trying to emote and cry and all
Right.
this other stuff.
Well, that's
But
expected, you know.
right. But I'm just saying the level expectation that they were saying this is like,
And they were talking about like it was the Matrix or something. Like,
yeah. They were like, yo, this is Terminator 2 level action.
But I guess I'm just talking to talk. I didn't see the film, y'all. So
the greatest film ever made in my life, man.
Maybe I'll come back to you and I'll tell you it changed my life and has made me
It's true. And
a
then I'm
greater
like
man.
the only weirdo who's like, this ain't all that, man. What? Burn at the stake like them vampires. That's how it is, bro. I don't know, bro. Like, hey, people out here like sweat. I just let them like, and what I do, I don't complain. I let the people enjoy what they enjoy.
Yeah.
I'll be the odd man out on this one. Somebody's got to be the odd man out on something.
Everything's great.
You feel me? I let them say, you got this. Maybe I didn't get it. I don't know. It's just, but people love it, man. They're like,
I'm trying to remember, what was I hyped to watch this year? I think the only thing I was hyped to watch was
Ironheart was straight up dookie though.
Yeah.
Ironheart was straight up doo. Okay. And X-Files about to be, I don't know, extra creamy dookie. I don't know, like what they call it. Like the Modium AD will be needed. Like, I don't know if it goes in the direction of Ironheart. And doesn't X-Files have enough problems with this franchise? It's already on the way out. I mean,
not a Modium AD.
Yo, I don't know. Liquid chunks flying out. It's gonna be bad, bro. If it goes in the direction of Ironheart, can you imagine?
So, if X-Files ends up like Ironheart, bro, I'm gonna have an issue, bro. I can't do this.
And I know Chris Carter, man. He's just like, I don't know. He can't corral us into something. And maybe he's hampered by like studio interference. They will let him do his storylines. They want him to do Monster of the Week, funny, silly Billy nonsense, because that's what the fandom wants. They don't want to get really serious about these aliens. They don't want to get really serious about these monsters. They want comedy. But that's no reason to give it to the producer Ironheart. Like that ain't right. The punishment don't fit the crime.
Is there gonna be an Ironheart season 2? Oh,
El Monstermon says Sinners changed my life. Every journalist. True. Dante's Rant Room. I saw Sinners. It was overhyped. Decent movie though. Clarence Price. Too much grift baiting for money on Twitter.
I gotta learn how to grift bait on Twitter. Like I don't have the skills to do it. I gotta like, the post, yo. I go on there, yo. Sydney Sweeney's mid.
Yeah, just straight up lies. Sydney Sweeney's mid.
J Lo's ugliest woman on the world.
Right.
Or I could do one of those like those cringe grifts. Yo, like the Eternals was like the most underrated Marvel film. Like 5 thumbs up. Something like that. I don't know. Something outrageous.
Yeah, something that's like so outrageous that they'll be like, I can't believe this.
I know my brain doesn't know how to think that way, so that's why I can't make up rage bait. No. I mean, I don't actually like rage bait anyway. It's just
no. It's always you make it.
Yeah. So
dumb.
But if they put a weapon to my head and told me to make it, like I'd have a problem because I was like, all right, how do I make this? People just be saying whatever.
Thing is, like, but did I complain about Sinner? Did I rage bait about it? Did I go crazy? No. Just saw it and kept it moving. I'm saying, nah, it's just not for me. I think it's like I don't know. I think it had a lot of culture in the movie or something. You're trying to present culture, so people like that. Feel like they're learning something.
Ah, the culture. Culture, Daniel, is very important. You know, I, for one, with a hot take, I would like to see the return of movies that got no culture. You know what I'm saying? Like it is just like pure. Like I just want entertainment. Can I see Demolition Man? You know what I'm saying? What was the culture of Demolition Man?
The culture of '90s awesomeness. I
Yeah,
don't
word.
know.
I need about the culture content of Blade 1 and 2. I need like the
It
culture
had. It had.
content
I mean, yeah.
of I don't know, Face Off. All right, like,
Well, these movies are about something, right? Even Sinners is about something, right? They all have something to say, right?
Mhm.
Now, the message of Demolition Man was a message of like, like you're trying to solve all these problems of people being mean and to each other, and you
Right,
end up making, but when you have an authoritarian government trying to solve those problems, it's going to make everything worse
right.
and oppressive and not fun and not make life worth living and stuff.
That is
And
true.
sometimes you need a little, and one thing falls apart, everything falls apart. So you need like a guy who thinks outside the box to like make society run again. And that was Sylvester Stallone, right?
Right.
Sinners was about, I think, like the message was that they left it, I guess they were oppressed
Mm.
by the YT people,
Mm.
in society and stuff. So in
The
order to
YouTube
enjoy
people. No, I'm just
even the
like
YouTube people,
right,
so in order to enjoy life, they may imbibe in sin once in a while, but at heart, they're good people. Struggle, and that's the struggle right now.
right,
Even the YT man has issues with other YT people and stuff. So it's fine, you know what I'm saying? So they're all trying to, they have the duality of man and stuff, and the duality of right and wrong, and how they can coexist, and how you can't change that. And, every movie's got some kind of
message.
message going on. So make movies so interesting, But what is the message of a Resident Evil movie without the characters? I don't really know. What's the message of that? Like the
Oh, that I
message
could
you
tell you.
just do whatever the hell you want, hoping that people are gonna go and open a weekend thinking they're seeing one thing and not the other. It's called bait and switch.
They definitely about to see so they're gonna go and see Resident Evil and I don't know some character name. I don't know. Terry.
Like, I just want a fan to do stuff. I just want a fan to direct stuff once in a while. Like if you have a fan of the X Files, let him do it.
Remember Marvel said they purposely wanted to get people that were not fans of the comic?
Yeah, like they have this guy Bo DeMeo. He directed or was a showrunner for the X-Men '97, and he was a head writer. And he said he was like pushed out really because he was, according to him, they thought he was too much of a fan, and he was adding a lot of lore stuff into the scripts, and all his coworkers were getting mad about that, and they were forcing him out with these allegations and whatnot. And I thought about it, and it's like, he's saying Kevin Feige doesn't really care about lore, and they don't want to read the comics. He doesn't want the staff to read the comics and stuff. I can imagine that's true because you have one, they just fear like not, they always fear somebody who knows the most.
Right.
So if he knows all the lore about X-Men, then they're just going to defer to him for every decision. But if nobody reads the comics, then they all can like act like they have something to say. And one person cannot be, demoted in terms of having a say. Like if we're making a Resident Evil movie, right? And we're trying to make it faithful to the games, and
Mm-hmm.
you played every game and I didn't,
Mm-hmm.
then I would have to defer all my decisions to you because you're the lore master.
Yeah. I mean, I
And
guess
Bo
that's
DeMeo
something.
was the lore master of that scenario, and these other people got mad about it because they want to play too.
Probably no more lore than Kevin.
Kevin Feige, he the head writer. I think he's just the head writer of all this stuff at this point. He's like Robert Downey Jr.
Yo,
could be Doctor Doom.
before
Tony Stark could be an alternate Doctor Doom. I'm writing it. That's cool. Like, no, it's not cool actually.
Yo, I seen the most copious like YouTube short of all time. It was like I forgot which Iron Man or which story in the MCU. It's like Iron Man goes back in time to meet his father. Was that in one of the Infinity or Endgame or whatever? He's like to meet his father, and then you'll notice like his birthday doesn't actually add up. You'll see he's confused, and that is because Tony Stark is not really Tony Stark. He was really Doctor Doom this whole time, and then like someone in the comments was like, or Marvel just needed some money, and they called back Robert Downey Jr. to play Doctor Stone. Just like, yo, don't legitimize these ridiculous decisions, man. They just trying to get you back in the movie theater
Facts.
with silly stunts. But yeah,
Also, it's like, look, sometimes you don't gotta just try hard. Just don't. You don't have to try hard to make a great movie. Just like don't mess up as much,
yeah, that's true.
because there'll always be a new generation that something's new to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like even with Sinners, because like I just saw like a zillion horror movies in my head right now, especially when now they gave Street Nibbers the Tubi. Big mistake. You go watch anything from
That's
any
true.
year for free, bro. You about to, you dip for like 3 months, you come back, you be the lore master of film, right? But a lot of people, they don't remember Dusk Till Dawn. They don't care. Like they just need a thing filmed properly, and you're good. So on that level, Sinners was good.
Yeah.
It's a horror film or decent.
Is it streaming
Because
already?
especially since the competition was like trash. I mean, who's it fighting at this point? Junk.
Master Panda said, dude probably had full runs of X-Men from Chris Claremont, John Byrne, Jim Lee, Joe Mad, and Ramita Jr. Stacks on
Yeah.
stacks on stacks of combos, but he's no good because he knows lore.
Yeah.
I
He's no
guess
good because he knows lore. It's like they have to lie that they know that they're a fan to get the job and then spring the lore, hopefully, after they get hired. But then they get pissed because they like, oh, he's a lore man and he fooled me. We're not lore people. He's going to think he's going to run everything. Well, I'm going to show him he's not going to run everything. And I'm like, things like this, the lore guy should be in charge.
this hits into the overarching like conversation of this stream. I don't understand what it is here in Hollywood making projects where they don't want it to be exactly like the source material. It's a weird problem. Like, oh, I'm gonna make Gotham Knights. I'm gonna make up a kid and say that's Batman's son, adopted son, because we don't got the rights. We're gonna make it anyway. Like, or I'm gonna make Mortal Kombat. I got 77 characters, but we're gonna invent a guy named Cole Young. Or I'm gonna do the Resident Evil movie and make a character called Alice. I'm gonna make a Resident movie, an Evil movie after all those other Resident Evil movies and do the exact same mistake. But don't worry, mine's gonna be good though. Why are y'all doing this? Why is Marvel kicking out Bo DeMayo because he knows lore? I thought the source material was there for a reason. It's the source of the. So what are you building on? Nothing.
It's like just want like other people like them, people who got a gig at Disney, and they assigned this thing, and they're gonna make it to whatever they want because it would take too long to do the research, and it's not something they really care about anyway, and they just want everybody to be like them so they don't feel uncomfortable. So his presence made them uncomfortable because he's the lore master, making them care about this project aside from like the technical skills they have or
Bo
whatever.
knew too much. Like he making me
And
feel
Bodeman's
bad.
plan was that he was going to adapt every comic book after '97. So he was
Good
going to
point.
get into like the Scott Lobdell stuff. He was going to get into the probably Age Apocalypse type stuff, and he was going to get into the Adventures of Scott and Jean where they go on the road. He was going to adapt like every like miniseries that came in from like the 2000s and stuff, and he was already starting to bring in stuff in X-Men '97 like Bastion and stuff. And some people have problems with his interpretations of those characters of X-Men '97, but that's not the reason he was fired.
Right.
The reason he was fired is because he wasn't. He was too faithful to the characters. That's why he was fired.
That's what I can't.
Like he was. They said that they wouldn't want like Cyclops to be the leader of the X-Men. They
What?
wanted like some other character to be the leader of the X-Men, and
Who?
I don't think it was. And I don't think it was Storm either. I think it was like Rogue or somebody like that, or Jean Grey or something. And then he said, "No, Cyclops, you're the X-Men. Stop." And they said, "You got lore brain too much. Who cares? No one cares."
We do care. What? Okay. This
It's
is why this
ridiculous.
is why we make our own stuff, people. And when I say we, I don't mean just Dan and I. I'm talking about like people in general. Like this.
He said that he was gonna try and get like comic book artists involved in the promotion. He said he wanted Joe Mad to do posters for them,
Wait, are you
and they were just
serious?
like, "Yeah." He had a new
Uh,
article about that like the other day,
no, no, no,
and he was
no,
saying he wanted Chris Claremont to be involved, and
no,
every turn they were like, "Nope, nope, nope,
no.
nope, nope, nope."
Wait, stop. You hurt my brain. Wait. So he wanted the classic nibbers. He wanted the classic dudes to come back to help promote. And they
Yeah,
okay, give me a second. I think my brain broke. This is why I go on hiatus, by the way, y'all, of not watching like entertainment for a while. Like, hey, Sean, did you see the last Marvel movie? No, I did not. I did not see it. No, because I'm tired. I'm burnt out. You gonna watch
this is not
Fantastic
into
Four?
Kevin
No.
Feige's storylines. Like I'm not into what he's cooking up. Like he's having a ball writing this stuff or
Yo,
concocting it or
did
hiring his team to write it.
you hear the new joint where they're talking about like, oh, Spider-Man, this next Spider-Man movie is gonna be like
Yeah.
the Winter Soldier of Spider-Man movies. I'm like, stop. You making a wild claim, sir. You making a wild claim, right? You got Winter Soldier juice left? Because the Winter Soldier ain't even been the Winter Soldier in like years. As
I
far as
don't know.
aura. So what now? Who knows? I don't know. I mean, they put in Punisher in it. That's cool. Punisher and Spidey meeting. I'm just burnt out. Like, yo, is it really gonna be fire? Like, is it?
I don't know, bro.
Oh,
Master Panda says, I bet Marvel contracted their corporate overlords at Disney and specifically told them not to allow Claremont on the project. Haven't they had some endless beef with him for some stupid reason?
hmm.
Yeah, it's like an unknown reason. Like he's not allowed to like work on Marvel projects, but he's not allowed to. They have him on some retainer or something. I think that they have him like they're paying him not to do anything for some reason. Maybe he'll write some comics once in a while. I don't know why. It's so weird. They should have him writing comics. He should be doing comics with Joe Mad or something because we never got to see Joe Mad work with Chris Claremont. He only worked with Lobdell. That's another thing. It's like I don't know what's going on with these industries. It's like everyone seems to have like the corporate guy,
Hmm.
whoever's in charge, seems to really be more in charge than they should be.
Right.
Like they don't listen to the fans or the customers or anything or mind anyone for ideas. Like they don't even recruit like artists on the internet. Like they just like sit back and just do what they want, hire their friends.
They can't
And this is
recruit.
like the comic book companies too. Like they
Yeah.
do this.
They can't
Just
recruit
like
artists on the internet. Meanwhile, NetEase, you know what NetEase is doing? That there's a guy that he drew. I might have mentioned this on another stream. He drew for fun. He drew Blade. Uh, Giving Jeff the Land Shark a flat top fade, a haircut, and now his art is inside of the game. He drew a fan art. Now it's in the game. It's in the game as an emote. And this is not the first emote that he's done. So there's like, and I already know like they've got like at least like 4 or 5 like other artists that are not actually based in China. So they're actually reaching out to the talents, pulling them in, just based off of. Meanwhile, these other companies are like, huh? I don't know any artists.
Like this guy John Byrne was drawing like X-Men comics on his own website forum like for years
Oh, I remember
for
that.
free, and I think now they're finally gonna put it out. But I'm like, yeah, dude, you've been doing this for like 10 years. Like you didn't put it out. Like Krakoa, that was the real thing to focus on was Krakoa, and not like John Byrne. John Byrne should be writing the X-Men for these young people to draw. They should have an artist that draws like the NetEase people
Hmm.
doing a storyline from Chris Claremont or Walter
Yes.
Simonson. They're still alive. They could write a script. They know what a cell phone is. It's fine. Like you don't need like some Gen Z person to do it. Like, you know what I mean? He's writing his own comic books. The proof's in the pudding. Well, you get some guy writing YA books to write these comic books, and they never even read a comic book in their life.
And you end up with I Am Not Starfire.
I'm just saying, like, they can't, I don't know, they have a better way of doing things.
Jay said, if you don't like it, don't watch it. Also, companies, why is our number so low? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Well, why ain't anybody watch? You said not to watch it, fam. And then if you don't say that, you're doing things to make me not want to freaking watch it at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's funny on one of the last notes because I do gotta get out of here soon. It's fun. The funny thing about canon, and I know it can't be helped. Like the East versus West conference, it can't be helped because the East doesn't do everything right, but they do a lot of things right.
They're directionally right in
Yes,
that they know that they don't have like big brain galaxy. They're not trying to 4D chess their way out of money. They're like, this is a game. A bunch of dudes are playing the game. They want good looking characters to play as.
that's it.
That's it, bro.
And then if
Other
they need
people
to,
were like,
oh, sorry, go ahead.
yeah, meanwhile, America's like, what is a game, really? What does that mean? What is a beautiful person? Who should be playing this game? Maybe people shouldn't be allowed to play this game. Like they have these galaxy brain like
Let's challenge the
nonsense.
standards and the beauty Like somebody really sat there and designed Imari for Concord
Right.
and put it out. I want to see the meeting like oh we're gonna have like let's get a tanky character but it's a girl but you know it's gonna challenge you made Big Mama's House for a freaking video game and you decided that we were gonna play it and then now your game is gone.
About NetEase is like, oh, I'll just have Storm. I'm just gonna draw Storm. And it's gonna draw her beautiful and cool, and she has superpowers like in the comics and stuff. I'm just gonna draw Storm. And then people play the game and they're like, oh, people playing the game. So I guess I'll just keep doing what I'm doing that worked. I'll keep doing that. America, what is working? If it's working, does it mean I necessarily have to keep doing it? What does doing it mean? What does life mean? And just keep like subverting the subversion of the subversion. Like,
They be having stupid conversation. We need to expand our horizons and be diverse. NetEase. Oh, we got Blade.
yeah.
That's it. It's
Oh,
just
here it
Blade.
is. Yeah. You like Blade. Oh, look, he's still
He's
killing
out.
vampires. Does Blade need to kill a vampire to be Blade? It's like this is a question America's always asking.
What did Kevin Feige say? He was like, oh, I didn't want to just make a movie where he's immediately wearing leather and killing vampires. My brother.
American disease.
That
Bro.
it is exactly what we want. I can't.
Like
I
the E.
can't. I can't.
coli disease, the brain
Yeah.
disease of like American entertainers. Like they're just like,
Why are they overthinking this? Oh, I can't adapt this. I need to not use a Resident Evil character. Yo, check this out.
horror.
I take this pencil up and I make this, right? Pretend I'm a Japanese artist, and then I make a manga, and then some company says, "Hey, we're gonna make an anime." Oh, how are you gonna make it? We're gonna adapt the exact things that happen in your manga. Oh, big, big foreign ideas.
Master Panda said exactly. It's like Star Wars Acolyte, where they principally called everyone racist. Where everyone watched it and no one watched it. They said it was because everyone was racist. It's like they made the show for the outcome or something. Meanwhile, they could have had like a better show
They be
that
making shows for YouTubers, bro.
and TikToks. And the thing is that they have these decisions. I guess they're corporate. They're like, oh, I need this demo to watch Star Wars, so I will get someone that can reach the demo, and they can't. And then they blame the fans. They need to get people who can write sci-fi, bro. You know, this is like we're in a bad situation for sci-fi right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you watching these old Star Trek episodes? They were on whatever TV or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and it's like, dang, bro. Like the generation of people who actually read sci-fi books is going away, bro. Like people who read like Robert Heinlein and you know, even Ray Bradbury and people like even that Scientologist man, you know what I'm saying? L. Ron Hubbard, like you know what I mean?
Right.
Like there are people, the boomers at least read those books and like just getting diminishing returns of people who really know how to write a sci-fi show. And now you just have like theater kids writing, trying to write a sci-fi show. They would rather adapt a musical, but they're writing a sci-fi show somehow.
Right.
They are now in charge of a superhero, and it's just like the pedigree of people who know how to do stuff is gonna die, and hardly anyone's picking up the slack to be that guy again. It's just like, oh, I just need to make my thing cringe so it gets attention on TikTok, negative or positive. But people who actually know how to like write an adventure, it's going away, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? It's weird. Bo DeMail tried to be like, oh, I read some stuff, you know.
It's like, nah, they were on that Miles Morales. Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing.
Right. He wasn't fired because they were like, oh, Disney's trying to, get rid of this activist stuff. It's like, nah, bro, he wasn't activist enough. In fact, it was because he was trying to, you know, bring these people into like an actual bring them substance. They were like, he had to go, bro. It's funny. That is funny.
It's weird,
El
man.
Monster says, don't forget, every manga adaptation has filler for some reason, just to make people distracted for the new chapters.
That's actually
True.
true. That's true. 'Cause sometimes they'll have like anime episodes. I'm like, where was this? And then just like add filler. So that is their like silly contribution. I will admit, it still follows the story though. It's just that they're gonna
Yeah.
put like like I don't know. So went to go play baseball. I'm like, wait, what? When was this? When this happened? Power
Oh,
says
Johnson says,
content slop. Yeah. I don't
yeah,
know,
some
y'all.
people,
It's just a discussion. I don't really have any solutions for this because
you
these
know,
people are beyond. Look, if you keep doing the same things, you say to yourself, we don't need to follow the source material. We don't need Bo DeMayo. I don't need Resident Evil characters. I don't need characters from Mortal Kombat. I'm making up Cole Young. I'm making up Turner Hayes. Made up son for Batman. I'm doing this. I'm doing that because we want to, as Neil J said earlier, we just need the IP recognition, and we could do whatever we want because it definitely sell. When it definitely does not sell, that's just call insanity. It's just called insanity.
yeah. So I don't know, and now like I guess AI is here.
Yeah, and by the
So
way,
it's
more than likely, we're going to be on tomorrow talking about that tomorrow because we had a crazy discovery on AI, but I'm not going to spoil it.
yeah, this will be more of like an art stream, I guess. I mean,
Yeah,
not an art discussion.
yeah, tomorrow.
So stay tuned for that. It's talking about it'll be AI related, so
Yeah,
it's very interesting to discuss.
it was
Yeah,
kind of
it's gonna be
wild. I
interesting.
ain't gonna lie. I was just like,
Yeah.
what is happening right now? I'm personally gonna call John Connor because it's a little too bugged, but what did you just say? I said, if you but if you think that's funny, my brother said this, guys. I have a brand new script idea. Throws a comic book on the table. Everyone at the table, but that's a comic book. It's like my brother's like exactly. It's too simple. It's too simple for some people. I don't know.
Everything's that being so complicated nowadays.
Power will be talking about Adobe. Funny enough, Power, I only vaguely touched the information for that story, but
For
apparently
sure.
Adobe is taking is monitoring not safe for work artists from Japan and deleting their accounts.
Oh, 'cause it's all in the cloud and all this.
Yes,
Oh my goodness.
and I'm
That's the one thing, bro.
and I'm like, what? Now, I
It's not on
myself,
your.
I do not safe for work art. That is not my thing. Trying to, you know what I'm saying, be a good boy.
Why does everything have to be
However,
safe? Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Yeah, you make this. Sir. Go ahead.
yeah, I'm just like, if the person did the art on their account, who are you to go and erase it? But that's the Schwabian, you will own nothing and you will like it joint, Klaus Schwab type behavior right now. Patreon's being taken out too. See, I knew about the Patreons already. I will say this: at least Patreon foretells you that they don't want that content. Adobe, to my knowledge, has
Yeah, it's
never
just an
said,
art program, bro.
yeah. Because Patreon
But
is like you
no
get
one reads
paid.
those legal. No one reads that legalese when they click the button to pay. Like it's on their server. They're housing the art. They're deleting your account from continuing your art career. Isn't that something, bro?
That's insane. Imagine I just lose all my art just cause.
Pencils and paper. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be the end of the day where it's just pencils and paper. They,
We're gonna go back to it. I'm gonna start getting the zipper tone and just start.
if it's not on your hard drive, you don't have your own server. It's like you're just subject to the whims of them. Not safe for work. Why do they have to be safe for work? You're not supposed to be looking at cartoons at work. You're supposed to be doing work.
Well, I think they're just using that as a term to mean corn.
No, but I think like the more term you use, even as a colloquial thing, I think it does have a meaning after a while. Like we just take it for granted. Like because like the way people they got these people out here without the work life balance.
Mm-hmm.
Like where the manager can call like the millennials set this up, where like they call you up at like 3 in the morning to say you need to do a shift in the morning, and they're like, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Boomers will balk at that. Gen X hate that, and Gen Z hates that. But the millennials are like, yes, let's do it. So it's like there's no like work life balance with these people.
Mm-hmm.
So the work is their home, the job is their home, and it's not safe for work. If they can't see it at work, then it's not safe. You know what I mean? So they're not used to seeing unsafe things in their life, bro. They're just used to what you could show in a school, and what you could show at their little jobby job,
Mm-hmm.
and what they could show at the social media manager will allow you to see on the Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
and that's their whole life is seeing non-dangerous things all day long, and we all dub it under the umbrella term of not safe for work. So now we're all judged by like what you can see as some dude's goofy office job, aka adult daycare. That's the standard for what you can see in a movie, in a video game, and in apparently your Adobe art account. And that's why you can't get anything that's real anymore. You can't get like real art anymore worth a damn, because sometimes what's in your mind is the art, bro.
Well, you're talking about from the perspective of like, I guess the Adobe people or whatever, right?
Yeah, Adobe and whatever other thing you were talking about that's thinks that they can censor because they were offended. Because the standards have become like so. Like, remember you talking about like they were trying to delete Detroit Human or something. They were trying
Oh
to
yeah, collector
protest
shout,
because
yeah.
a robot kid was in danger or something. It's just like it's not safe for work. Of course, it's not safe for work. Nothing safe for work, bro. In fact, opening up your phone should be safe for work because you got a busy like I don't know doing the may I help you thing.
So I mean,
You
I
gotta.
gotta I gotta read the whole story, but like from what I gathered, it's
It's like an
you know, they
Uncle
don't
Ben got killed in Spider Man. Is that safe for work?
no. Well, as far as I know, it's corn specifically. As far as I know,
All right. If it's corn, so I mean,
that's
it's
what
just
I
like
mean.
it's
That's what
hard.
not safe for work is. Not safe for work doesn't mean like it's very specific. If you're going on Twitter, like not safe for work is like a guy getting decapitated. Not safe for work is like you know
But if
people.
it's in a story and like some dude, I guess you're saying like some dude is like I don't know hitting it
No, I
in a manga or something, they're gonna delete it.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I just know when I hear the term "not safe for work," it's not like some dude in and a girl in the background in the silhouettes doing like intimate actions. It's like full from hentai. Like that's what like
Right. I mean, I get that. I guess I was making some kind of like I guess George Carlin esque examination of the not safe for work thing that we use constantly. And meanwhile, it's like, why we even use this? Like,
mm.
nothing safe should be safe for work. Get to work.
Well, yes,
It's like
technically.
nurses doing the TikTok dances. Like, stop looking at your phone, bro.
Oh, you
Like,
I mean, you're talking about the whole culture of the word like
yeah, I'm just talking like the term itself. It's
oh,
just
the term.
like,
Well, I don't know
yeah,
about the term itself. I know on
it's
internet speak
dumb.
it's corn. Straight up. Like
Sometimes it is. You got some people thinking like, oh, not safe for work is like, I don't know, like when any nudity, I guess any nudity is not safe for work too.
but yeah.
Like but in reality, nothing you should not even think about like safety. Like it's like what is this? Like the scene in RoboCop when they're in the locker room and like the men and the women are naked together in the locker room or something like that.
Mm.
They would just like ban RoboCop from like Amazon.com server or something like that because it's not safe for everybody at every time in this planet. Like some dude might be at church, one dude could be like, I don't know, in his basement, and it all must be regulated to the same common denominator of if it's safe for work or not in a general sense
Mm.
by a corporation without your consent. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're drawing something and then boom, your drawing disappears. The art
I mean,
program
I would say I
disappears.
understand it on on Twitter, for instance. Like I have my Twitter settings so I don't like anything that's sensitive is marked as sensitive. So that way,
Like
like
everybody has their rules and stuff, but it's just like the rules change every day.
right.
You know, they're increasing the invasion of your privacy to do regular stuff now is getting ridiculous.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what the problem. What I'm saying is like, let's say I'm on stream right now, and I want to surf through something on Twitter, which I still don't even do, even when I have my sensitivity on. But like just in case, because I'm streaming, and I'm just like kids could be watching like, wait, whoops, like oh that wasn't supposed to be on the screen. I wouldn't know because Twitter's a freaking wild wild west. Now it's way different when you're a freaking art program
Yeah.
talking about some, oh, we don't like this. You don't like it in the cloud? Not in the
I guess
open?
because they don't want to be responsible for anything crazy in there. That especially when these illegal people they be drawing like crazy stuff that's trying to do cuties or the freaking graphic novel or something like
Right.
that. Maybe then they're gonna be like, I don't want this on my server, which is valid in a way because they're housing it and then you know they're gonna turn this over to Elliot Stabler and Ice T. So, but that's why back in the day we weren't so interconnected when it came to art. People drew on a pencil and paper, and then some people could work out an idea, and if it got crazy, then they wouldn't put it out, or it could not be put out because it was
I guess that's the
not
problem.
good.
That's the
But
problem
now
with
it's like everybody wants to stop things before they start.
it's a problem
It's
with
weird.
clouds too. Like it's weird. Like
Yeah,
Procreate is not particularly like you could use a cloud, but you could just store it on your like actual iPad. Same with Clip Studio Paint. Now I guess like maybe the way Adobe rolls is they throw everything into their own cloud, and now that's what. But like I said, I still have to go and read the story. Let me read these last bit of comments. Um, UJ says, "Oh no, my bad. Hold on." Said RP Japanese artist. That's from Power. Said Patreons were taken down too. Oh, I read that. Pixiv too. That's insane.
yeah.
Um, that's insane. So, Neo J said, "Well, I mean, Pixiv I could understand more than Adobe because Pixiv is like a social media site. Like I can't go post any craziness on like IG.
Yeah, I mean, look, all these social media companies are like some kind of forced play date with the entire world.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, there used to be a thing called forums where you knew what you were posting on, and the moderator wouldn't be offended because he made the damn forum.
Mm-hmm.
Now on social media, it's like, oh, you got some guy like doing a TikTok dance. You got the Rizzler. You got like a combo guy trying to hawk his wares. You got like, some major motion picture or something like that, and you got some OF model on there. It's like it's all like nonsense.
Yeah, it
So
is.
there's gonna be some kind of standard so
Right,
that the Rizzler don't see something he ain't supposed to. Like,
right.
and there could be parental controls on things. They make them. No one
Yeah,
uses them.
nobody uses them. Nobody uses it. First of all, I don't even think a hot take. I don't even think a child should be on Twitter. Like,
Yeah, I don't know. The first time I heard like a social media, like I saw like what 13-year-olds are on Facebook. Get them out of here. You know what I'm saying? That's all like,
facts. I'm
like
like,
older
yo,
people on Facebook.
like,
Facebook was
excuse me,
made by
the
a guy in
adults are
college.
talking. Like, get out.
Right. And they're like, I'm on Facebook. And it's like, you on Facebook? You a kid, bro.
Like, go do your homework, B.
Can't be on Facebook. It's for grown nippers out here. You can't be on Facebook. Now it's just like whatever. Like, oh, they're on Facebook. Yeah.
Man, look.
And then if they're gonna be on Facebook, it's like, the parents, no one regulates their kids or anything like that. So
nobody watches the kids, obviously.
I'm just saying, like, how it's talking like how they're gonna get a movie like RoboCop or like something like made for a grown ass person that's not, a sci-fi movie that's not made for like a baby.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm
I
tired
know
of
you're
you.
talking about like you're talking about like bad stuff. I know you're talking like the bad stuff is on that server probably, and they're like,
Well,
I'm
I
gonna
don't
get
know
your
what's on
account because
their.
you drawing the bad stuff.
I don't know what's on their server particularly. I was just like saying when I hear "not safe for work," the automatic thing that pops into my head is like, I don't know, people.
Yeah, because I gotta find out what that means. Is it like,
I ain't gonna lie. Every time I hear that, the first thing I think of is like somebody drawing like I don't know, explicit furries or something. That's not safe
yeah.
work.
I mean, and that's me for like being some kind of whatever, sticking up for art or whatever. But as a practical sense, dude, don't be drawing crazy stuff on somebody else's server, bro. Like, I don't care if they Adobe, like, you don't own it, bro. You ain't the man. They're gonna cancel you. Like, what time period you think this is? Okay.
I guess they thought that like, yo, some people they got to draw it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you why because I'm not that kind of artist.
You better draw that in your sketchbook, my guy. They got AI bots crawling over every stupid thing to
Well, that's the
find
new
out
thing of the
who to
week,
ban.
But people are now trying to get acclimated to AI. Now, like I said, I don't know how Adobe rolls. I don't even know why artists are using Adobe. Ain't the joint like $50 a month or something?
It's crazy, bro.
Like I'm like, yo, get this up out of here. This program is fine for me right here. I can save it straight to the iPad. Hold on, let me get through these.
You breeding
Uh, so, oh, Neil G says, come on, Sean, don't you understand? It's about protecting the children. Right, of course, like Collective Shout, and they championing a movie with 650 minors being auditioned. Said, why else would the government force identification? Man, that's a whole other mess right there. Master Panda says, it seems like Patreon enforces their rules inconsistently. Don't a ton of webtoon artists have their not safe for work versions on Patreon, making way more money? That is actually true. So some people get away with it and some don't. I don't know. Maybe you have to have the right views on life. I don't know. Power says, Collective Shout, aka we must take them down for a bakery slogan. We have the best buns in town. Yes, I remember they tried to go after the shirt. They didn't like a shirt, a female shirt that said, we have the best buns in town. They thought that was
all
damaging.
goes to that. You know what I'm saying? It all ends up in that situation.
It's like, oh, this is damaging to the I'm like, well, I mean, they don't have to buy it. Neil G says, I don't advise. Oh, he said, I don't know about you, but I don't take the word from a group of people who are willing to support a movie that has 615 children auditions. He said, me and Sean will never let that go. I'll never let that go. Once I heard about that, I was like, yo, I don't even know what this argument is. I don't even know what this argument is. Y'all double down on liking cuties. I'm done. Nothing you. And by the way, they're getting terribly ratioed right now. Like I heard the last thing I heard about it is the credit card companies are like caving in and said, "No, it wasn't me," and they're trying to point fingers. And I don't know. Apparently, Trump signed some bill that, or isn't he in the process of doing something where like you can't be like knocked
There was some
over?
executive order or something
Right.
saying that you can't get people for like their religious or political views or something like that.
Yeah. There you go.
So they'll find some other way to get you, I'm sure.
Yeah. Clarence Price says, "I blame the Chatterbait does for invading Twitch to grift off of strip club." I don't understand Twitch. I'm sorry. I don't understand Twitch. I mean, I have a page there, but I don't understand it as a place. The bans are inconsistent, and then there's a place for children. Except, man, look. I mean, I've talked about that before. It's a whole mess. Brina says that is not a hot take. Them kids should not be on social media. Facts. Like, get out of here. Get out of here. Move, child. Neil J says, "I wasn't even allowed to be on social media until I was like 17. There you go. I'm gonna tell I'm gonna tell my kids that when I have them. I'm gonna be like, "Yo, fam, yo, the, get off of that. You can play Fortnite, maybe." Power says no one watches them, and that is why Roblox issue is going on right now. Yeah, that Roblox issue is a mess, man. There's the creeps is on there. Rena says, realistically, I can see 14 to 15-year-olds being online. It's fair. Power says, but they want to sue YouTube for outing credit. Oh, I heard about that story. Some guy, he was chasing the creeps.
It's like if people talk about like, I don't know.
Oh, let me get through this last bit because I'm about to close up.
Why do they so inconsistent?
Why do they persist? Like Mr. Agent Smith said. Neil just says, I did learn about how to use Adobe in high school for digital editing class, but my choice for doing digital art is Ibis Paint. I haven't tried that yet, actually. Brina said, "Oh my, no."
Yeah.
Correction.
Yeah.
Adobe is $70 a month.
It's only $40 for the first year. Yeah, $70 a month is crazy. Also, there's a cancellation fee. If you cancel early, they charge you for cancellation. Early cancellation.
$70, bro?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm buying a video game every month according to them. That's what I'm.
Clarence Price says adults should not be on social media. That's true.
That's a fact. The amount of groceries I could buy was $70. No facts. What are we talking about? Who? Listen, this is a shout out to all artists right now. I think artists within my earshot, what is y'all in the chat or anybody who happens to watch this stream, if they even do. Why are you using Adobe? I haven't used any of their products in like, I don't know.
Photoshop is cool, man, but it's costing too much.
Man, go buy yourself some. What's the program we bought? Affinity.
Yeah, go get Affinity, bro.
Go get Affinity. Save your art pieces on your computer. And if you have iPad, just use Procreate and
I think Adobe can use your artwork for AI too, right? Because it's on their server. So.
Oh yeah, Adobe is infamous now. They want to use the AI. Like they want to use the AI. This
is basically training the AI to replace you by drawing using their platform.
Yes.
Which is crazy. You know what's crazy though about the AI, bro? Like, well, I guess we're getting to that tomorrow.
Yeah. I gotta run up out of here, but
because I don't know, bro. All right, anyway, I won't talk about that.
Side note: that's why I respect Procreate for saying they never, or at least as of now, they're not going to use the AI. But
all right.
In any case,
yeah. And about the AI, like I just haven't seen it being used in a way that's awesome yet, but just in a way to take away the fact that you draw. Now, so we'll talk about that tomorrow. We'll talk about that tomorrow.
What's up? Yes, they do charge you to cancel your subscription. Don't use Adobe, yo. So all artists learn how to maximize tax moves. Oh. All right, y'all. It's way past my bedtime, so we're gonna get up out of here. Tomorrow,
Right, that's a
we'll
good, cool drawing right there.
thank you. I've
Check out
actually,
Sean on X.
yeah,
Link in the description.
yep.
Check me out on X.
I'm
I'll be
still
dropping
trying
some
to. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
new,
I didn't mean to.
yeah, I'll be dropping some new art tomorrow.
Yep. And like I guess I'll go over some of this tomorrow. I'm trying to learn about traditional character design making, like learning good silhouettes and all that. It's very taxing but
Yeah,
rewarding
but
experience.
we're gonna get into all the art stuff tomorrow.
Yes. Yes, yes.
Stay tuned.
All right, y'all.
Right.
Thank you for stopping by. Leave a like on the way out if you haven't already.
Right.
And we'll talk
Check
to you.
out redcomic.com.
Right.
And if you haven't already.
Yep.
And we'll see you. Right?
All right. Peace out, y'all.
Peace.